Alright, welcome back, everyone, to another Sugar-Free League series. This time we got 18K versus Lane Zero Blizzard here. Lane Zero Blizzard going to be on that right side of your screen on the red side, 18K on the left on the blue side here. And to start things off, a couple interesting picks actually already banned away. We got the Draven, the Pike, and the Kled all taken away. Now the Renekton as well here. So Lane Zero focusing on that top lane while 18K banning away some bot lane champions start things off.
Yeah, I think 18K sometimes plays at their top side, but last time we saw 18K play, it was really all focused around Char Sensei and him just taking control over the game. So surprised just not see really any bans heading in his direction.
Indeed. So one more ban here. Gonna be the Silas for Lane Zero Blizzard here. And now we're going to get the first pick of the series here. And, well, they're taking their time. They're going to figure this one out here. But Ureli also banned away here. So it's going to be a Nico first pick, interestingly enough. Lots of things open still that have been very highly contested. But Nico is going to be the pickup here. I guess that would be in the mid lane here. As the Akali is the follow-up. And now the Nautilus, it looks like. So locking in, I guess the mid lane and bot lane you'd imagine here, but nope, swapping up for maybe the Janna here. That'd be kind of unprecedented. We don't see Janna very often, nor Brand, and we go right back to the Nautilus. So nothing too crazy in that regard here. But are opening up with a blind support pick.
Yeah, the support pick, is sometimes important, but if you're gonna blind really anything, support's not bad. I think support and jungle are the two that you can really blind without getting punished too hard. And the Nico can go top or mid. It's probably going to be mid, but Lane Zero taking away the Akali, making sure Char Sensei's not on that.
Okay, so looks like going to be the Tahm Kench top lane here. Leona support up against that Nautilus. So two melee champions now in the bot lane. The Tahm Kench top, very annoying to play against. I believe one of the series we did last week, a little bit of banter going on before the game talking about how much some of the top laners didn't like playing against that champion here. So do you think picking up a ranged champion is the way to play against the Tahm, or how do you deal with him in the top lane because he's so difficult to play against?
I think if you get something that's super oppressive, like Kennen or like Jace, it makes the lane easier, but it's also, that double-edged sword where if Tahm does get on you, then you're probably dead.
So, well, Jace has a knockback, and Kennen has a stun, but it's still hard to kite that guy out. Once he gets that first slow on you, it is pretty difficult. And Kai'Sa, didn't say that, but Kai'Sa locked in there in the bot lane, so Lane Zero Blizzard got their bot lane all figured out here with the Nautilus Kai'Sa, and we're still waiting on the 80 carry here for 18K as they opt to go for the top lane instead of the 80 carry button here. But Misfortune and the Lucian banned away by Blizzard here, and then the Jarvan and now it's a Juani. So jungle focus for 18K, bot lane for, well, the 80 carry position for Lane Zero Blizzard there. And now they're going to start off the second phase with another pick, and you'd assume top lane now here up against the Tahm Kench. No reason to blind pick the jungle here, I'd imagine. Unless we're going to get Tahm Kench in the jungle, which I think is unlikely, but hey, you never know, as the Gragas is going to get locked in. So they are going to go for the blind jungle, unless they're big-brained and they know this is the Tahm Kench jungle.
Is Kayle enabled because of the recent changes to her?
I did not see anything that said Kayle was disabled. I know that Pantheon is disabled for the playoffs, at least for this week as well, I believe, but I do not believe Kayle was disabled. I didn't see anything about that. Maybe I missed that. But we're gonna get the Grog instead, so it doesn't matter anywy. I didn't really think we'd see Kayle. It's kind of a tough champion, especially up against Tahm Kench. Like, that seems a tough champion to farm up against. Have to be very, very careful up there. We're gonna get the Ezreal and Vi here for 18K. So rounding out their team comp with the 80 carry, the jungler there. And now, still looking for a top laner, I think. Or maybe a mid lane. Maybe they go for mid lane Echo and Kali top. That'd be cool. So we are going to get the Echo. Very exciting here. Our champion's cropped up a little bit. here and there, but is sort of on the fringes of the meta right now. But certainly can be good into these mages here. In Nico, while she has a little bit of mobility, she definitely is a mage, I think, for the most part here. And now the Echo does have a really good chance to do some cool things here. I don't think there's a lot of tools to stop him, especially later on in the game in the side lane. I think he can lane pretty comfortably here. So excited to see that pick. Don't see him too often. And Vi, same thing. Don't see her too often either. So pretty cool pick coming out in the last couple slots.
Yeah, there's a lot of AP damage on the side of lane 0. So it's going to be harder for the Echo and the Akali to, do exactly what they want, just because the MR is very easy to itemize in for the side of 18k. So we'll see how much that actually plays into the match.
Still have to worry about that Kaisa damage. I assume she'll just go for the crit build this game. Maybe she'll get the the BF sword, and then the double pickaxe. So she's just got a ton of AD, gets that Q evolve, and then she's doing a ton of physical damage. So the Tahm Kench, gets a little bit punished. Vi, Leona get a little bit punished if they do go for that full AP route. Certainly won't stop them from doing that. And Kaisa takes a while to ramp up, and she still does some magic damage. But maybe that's the way they sort of get around that and force them to get at least a little bit of armor or something like that here. But a cool draft here starting out in game number 1. A few interesting champions here. Going to be Tahm Kench versus Akali in the top lane. Vi versus Gragas in the jungle. Nico versus Echo in the mid lane. Ezreal Leona versus Kaisa and Nautilus down in the bot lane here. So should be a good one here. Echo not taking the TP though. Nico will have the TP, but he will not. So side lane pressure still available, but he'll have to be closer to that objective there. So maybe Akali will play in the far lane. He'll play in the near lane, towards that neutral objective that's up at the time. So just a few things to keep in mind. But he does have Ignite, so maybe we'll get some early kills out of him here. I think that the Gragas Echo, they fight well early on here. So do Vi and Nico. So we may see some early fights around the jungle here. I think the Gragas definitely wants to get around and gank early on. And, especially, I assume we'll be taking that Predator on here, so maybe the Echo gets some roams off, make some fights in the river. Should be exciting in the early game. Once you get a couple levels, obviously Echo needs, all those abilities to start getting the mobility he needs and be able to brawl like that here. But should be an interesting one. Just another minute or so before we're done with spectator delay here. But ramping up here for game 1 in just a sec. And we'll take a quick break here, get everything set up here, make sure we're all synced up with the spectator, and we'll be back in like 60 seconds. So stick around, and we'll be ready for game 1 versus LZBLZ and between LZBLZ and 18k. Not versus them. We're not playing them. They are playing each other. So we'll be back. I'm done rambling now. Game 1 coming up soon. Alrighty. Oh my god.
It wouldn't be sugar free.
perfect timing. We're ready to pause and start things off. Looks like we got a bit of a bug splat there, so we'll be able to just throw on the object timers there. But everything's sorted out now. We're just waiting on everyone to reconnect. A little bit of league client issue, but we'll be back in just a second. Already readying up here, so very, very quickly out, but then Nico a little bit lagging out of base now, and that might actually give Lane Zero and Blizzard an opportunity here as they are invading, and they've got that Nautilus level 1 here alongside Fallen Artemis here. The hook gonna land now. They found Tunes. He's going to flash over that red buff wall here, and you know, it's a nice cooldown to pick Burley. Leona pretty tanky as well, so it's gonna be tough to kill her, but you know, with the Gragas, maybe he comes down to bot lane at some point here and can, you know, make sure that that flash goes punished, but we shall see in the upcoming minutes here. So nice little level 1 there for Lane Zero. Blizzard, they didn't expend any summer spells or anything for that, so really nice start here for them. And yeah, we'll be, I think, bot side start for, or red buff start rather, for both junglers here, as the Gragas is pathing up towards that top side and the Vi already waiting there, but should be, you know, information on that for Lane Zero Blizzard, as they do have that ward.
Yeah, they were, with the invade, they were able to get that flash as well as the ward, so the ward going to tell them exactly where Vi goes, and they're going to see her path to either her Krugs or chickens. So Gragas going to be in a super advantageous spot for this matchup. And you do see the ping coming out onto the Krugs.
Exactly.
And Tom Kench, we saw this once again last time when we saw the Tom Top, the Cheese in the Tri-Bush. Last time it resulted in getting a flash. We'll see if same thing happens. Nope, just gonna get that health pot.
I believe they both missed the melee XP though. Maybe they caught the edge of one of them, but they both missed quite a bit of XP there from those first couple minions. So that'll mess with level 2 a little bit.
Yeah, I think the Tom Kench is happy with taking that trade and missing the XP.
Certainly he is. I'm just
yeah.
when
just
when
puts him in a kind of big.
When you're up half your health level 1, I think you're definitely happy with that one here. Here's the electrocute on the Akali. So she's no conquer here. It's, I think, definitely very tough to kill the Tom Kench. The later the game goes for her, as he's going to start getting tankier and tankier. I assume. Maybe he'll go Blade of the Room thing, I don't know, but I assume we'll get some health there. It'll be tough, as Paddle already taking a good trade there in the mid lane here, but a little bit of trade back there from Char Sensei. Both already have to chug a few potions.
The Vi coming around just to make sure nothing
Gank in the
happened.
mid lane. Flash here from Fallen. Char Sensei with Ignite on him. Finds a route onto Paddle, and that'll save his life for now. But a good attempt to gank there, but doesn't actually end up turning out well for Lane Zero in the end, as they expensive summoners and don't get anything in return. Now the Vi looping around. Looks like she wants to go in on Fallen. He is flashless. Let's get a list spawn here. Fallen. Actually, not Fallen. Swoogi's calling for help, and now Fallen finds a stun onto Jung Tao. He's got thick skin. Flashing from Vi. Gonna find the stun onto Fallen. Swoogi and Jung Tao going in. They're gonna find the first blood. Jung Tao picks it up. Akaru coming in. He's gonna get the return kill. And now maybe he can win this one. They both have red buff here. So Swoogi and Akaru are gonna go at it. The Vi gonna find the knockback. Akaru is in trouble. One more auto, and Swoogi will get the kill. He's going to get 1 2 for 1 in the end here. Is Paddle in trouble in the mid lane. Oh my goodness, a solo kill there for Char Sensei. He finds the kill. Paddle had the flash, but was not able to find an opportunity to use it. Now in the bot lane, a little bit of trading here, but no kills there. And already 4 kills on the board as we just hit 4 minutes now.
Yeah, very good for the side of 18k. And Char Sensei getting that solo kill, so he's going to be already far ahead in his lane. He has the kill and the CS advantage. And he also has the TP, which the Echo does not. So definitely in a super good spot right now for him. And Char Sensei is one of the bigger players on this roster. And his ability to carry is pretty good, I'd say.
I mean, he's in a really good spot now. Didn't even use the flash on the first gank. Managed to survive. Got the ignite and the flash there out of the jungler and the mid laner. And now he picks up the solo kill. He's sitting in a really nice spot now. Paddle doesn't really have, you know, a great way to come back in this lane. I think it's pretty volatile as a melee champion. Now a hook in the bot lane. Panda found Lilona, and the kill gonna end up going over here as Panda actually picks it up there with the ignite. So a gank from Fallen using those predator boosts, and this time it goes pretty well here. Gonna find the kill.
Yeah, very good gank on the Leona. Her not having flash really allowed them to push that advantage and get that kill.
Karu trading Jung Tao in the top lane with the Shroud, able to take a pretty advantageous trade there. Actually went for the Doran's Blade to start things up in the top lane. I see a lot of people going Doran's Ring, Dark Seal, you know, that sort of thing. AP items. A little bit of an early smite from Fallen, but he picks it up with an auto to finish things off there. But yeah, interesting for the Akali going Doran's Blade here. You know, a little bit more AD. She still scales off that stat, but haven't seen that too often here, so kind of an interesting thing. I don't know if that's the matchup thing or what. Be honest, I don't know anything about Akali. I don't play her. I just know she does a lot of damage, and she's very annoying because I can't see her half the time.
Yeah, I think the nerfs to her Shroud were definitely needed, and they help out a lot with her being as slippery as she is. So you just have to play a little bit cleaner with her. But if you're good at the character, then there's not much you can do, even if you can use a scanner to find her in Shroud.
Yeah, the ability, you know, or rather the absence of the ability to actually hit her with auto attacks definitely hurts. Shroud, a very powerful ability here, but Karu is, you know, he's not in an overwhelming advantage here. The Jung Tao did pick up some kills there here, so despite him getting a kill, doesn't actually mean that much in terms of an advantage there. So relatively even in that lane in gold. So, you know, a little bit in favor of the Tom Kench there as well. Paddle, again, having a rough time this lane, down about 10 CS. Fallen trying to give him some help once again here. Coming in, flash this time around. Will not even end up going in. The Char Sensei stiffs that one out. Easily dodges that one. A ton of bot side vision right now, if you look for 18K. All the blue control wards there on the bot side river. You know, Fallen and the rest of lane 0 have sort of opted to move vision towards the top side instead. You can see all the red wards there in the bushes. So a little bit of a difference in terms of where the vision has been placed here. You know, of course there's, you know, one control ward on the bot side, but 18K mostly have that river sort of covered on their end. So good vision, you know, lots of control wards already placed, but you know, I'd like to see more. Everyone's got to have a control ward.
I mean, there's one in the inventory of Tunes, but I believe Tunes' control ward is already down, so
We'll see about that. No, it's not. It's not placed right now. Very disappointing. Actually, no, sorry. I checked Illumi's. Tuned is placed, but Illumi's is not. He has one in inventory. He hasn't placed it yet.
I was about to say, a shame to all support players out there.
Yeah. No, very impressed by Tunes. Got one in inventory, one already placed. Very well done. But yeah, Illumi hasn't placed his, so I mean that's just an AD carry play for you though. What can you expect? But now Jung Tao up towards the top side. He's lagging a little bit behind in CS, but you know, he's sitting pretty here. A little bit up, a little bit of gold here as well. Level 6 about to come in here for the supports. Hook to land though onto that Ezreal Illumi. Just gonna walk away, and he's ended up being fine here. But once level 6 comes through, the supports definitely become much scarier here with their engage potential. You know, for both those guys here. So we'll see if there's any big fighting after that, after those level ups come in or not. But right now, it looks like the mid laner is going to trade a few back to some items here. Going to be the Proto Belt for Paddle, as one would expect on the Echo, and probably the Ludens as well here on Char Sensei. So nothing crazy in the items so far. You know, Char Sensei continuing with that CS advantage there in the mid lane. The rest of the map pretty even there on the CS. The jungle a little bit in favor of Swoogie, but other than that, you know, pretty even so far in this game here. Panda goes to the hook again, but Illumi buffering out of that one, and a good disengage here as Panda with a little bit of level advantage here on Tunes, but that should be evened up shortly, and we'll probably go back to a little bit more aggressive trading both sides here. But it looks like so far Indigo and Panda have had the better end of these.
Yeah, Panda's been very good with these hooks, either hitting them or like waiting for the Ezreal to use E and then hitting it afterwards, making the Ezreal and thing in the mid lane.
In the mid lane here, Paddle gonna get flashed on by Swoogie. He's gonna no ultimate, and he's gonna go down here. Not able to find his flash, and Swoogie comes in with a great gank. Char Sensei is allowed to use his, but they find the kill. And very nicely done here. Second kill for Char Sensei, and second assist here for Swoogie. So they find the kill on the Paddle. He's 0-2 now, not in the greatest of spots at the moment here. And Fallen just gonna cover mid lane and clear that out. No plates lost quite yet, but may One maybe gonna be picked up after this next wave is pushed in. And we got a dragon spawning here in just a couple seconds. Gonna be another cloud, so not too big a deal here. Fallen already picked up one. Didn't even really mention that too much. No one really cares.
Yeah, you know, it's this cloud. It's not, you know, the worst Drake, but there's definitely better team compositions to have it on.
Here with Paddle going in, finds a big trade on Char Sensei, but Tsuwugi is here and Fallen is not. Paddle gonna have to run away. Actually gonna ult back in onto Char Sensei. Yep, he's gonna find a kill there. Nice phase dive. Gonna find the last proc of the passive that he needed, and the kill actually held on to that ignite here. Had to use flash, but picks up the kill. Nicely done by Paddle, getting himself back. Struggling for the first couple minutes of this game, but that's really nice. Gets a little confidence back and gets you, of course, a bunch of gold here. Shutting down Char Sensei after he had the first 2 kills in that lane.
Yeah, the shutdown is big, and that gives lane 0 priority over this dragon. So we might see Gragas look to start it up here as soon as bot lane gets priority.
Fallen just clearing out some vision right now. Gonna head back over with the blast zone, so we're gonna throw a ward down and spot out that dragon here. You know, a little bit easier to start that dragon on this side of the map here on the red side is, you know, you can sort of pull it out of the pit, bring it a little bit closer to your side. You're not dealing with a wall, so running away, you know, disengaging a lot easier here. So better to be on this side if you want to take those dragons early. But looks like Fallen gonna go toward the bot side, try and make a play maybe. But Hikaru and Jung Tao trading up towards the top side. Looks like it will be just that trading and no big all-ins so far. Jung Tao actually, you know, opting for time at Mar to start things off here. But again, he's got a little bit of the Kaisa already with the BS sword, the pickaxe here. And now a gank up towards the top side. Jung Tao ult in. But yeah, just an easy disengage there from Hikaru.
Very awkward looking ult from Char Sensei.
I think he was just doing it to clear the minions. I think Jung Tao maybe was having difficulty trying to find a back timing here as Loving Panda goes in, finds the hook here, Tunes. Gonna be able to disengage here, actually throws the ultimate. I think that was unnecessary. I don't know if he was planning to go back in or not, but Loving Panda will take a bunch of damage on the way out. And Indigo will actually tank a mystic shot there for his buddy in the bot lane. And now it looks like a pretty nice CS leader for Indigo. About 10, a little over that. Keeps fluctuating a little bit because I keep killing minions. But yeah, the CS lead growing a little bit in the bot lane. In the mid lane though, Char Sensei up about 20 here. And in the top lane, that CS lead is starting to grow here. Going to be about 2 to 3 waves there for Hikaru. Significant advantages here in all the solo lanes. You know, the jungle pretty even. A slight advantage there for Tsuwugi, but Fallen has been pretty active on the map. Things just haven't really worked out. So Tsuwugi actually double farming now with the Gromp and the boom, pulling a little bit of Zac maneuver.
And Indigo opting to go for the IE first item. I don't think we see this very much on really anyone. Not even Draven does that. So
I have seen her do it a few times. When she wants to upgrade a Q very fast, people will go for the Infinity Edge. But usually what they do is they get the PF Sword and then double pickaxe and then the Infinity Edge. They the upgrade Q. Paddle, you know, he's almost got the Proto Belt. That's a big spike for him. You're sitting on, you know, just the components right now here. So when that comes in, that'll be really, really big. And maybe that'll be the time they end up going for the Dragon here, because I think Fallen still wants to pick that one up. Towards the bot side, especially with you know, double melee assassin sort of champion here. I think that'd be really nice for them. But yeah, fighting on that Proto Belt definitely seems like the right move here. Hikaru is still ways off that Gunblade, but yeah, that Proto Belt coming in soon. The Echo will be big. He does have the gold for it actually right now in inventory.
The Rift Herald going over to lane 0, so a good pickup for them. Not really talking much about the neutral objectives. But you know, maybe he'll get some turret plates with it.
Yeah, I was talking about the items. In the end, the junglers were just taking objectives uncontested. They had a Cloud Drake gonna go over here, so evening up the score. Tsuwugi grabbing that one and Rift for Fallen here, but you know, obviously a big objective depending on how you use it. Rift Herald's all about where you summon that thing, how much you get off it. The plates have already fallen here, so not gonna get a ton of gold off it, but actually killing turrets gets you gold as well here. It's not just about the platings, and getting a turret in the mid lane early on can be very helpful, or just getting one in the bot lane, putting pressure on that lane. Getting a long lane here for your Echo and Call to thrive here. But now we got to play bot lane here. Loving Panda gonna miss the hook. And now double TP coming in. Loving Panda gonna get ulted by the buy. Illumi gonna pick the kill onto Loving Panda. Now a ton of action here in bot lane. Charsensei goes in, actually not gonna find the stun spawn within the stopwatch. He's gonna end up going down as soon as he comes out though. Caro Indigo, the last one's alive now in the bot lane. Paddle did not make a run down. He has no TP. Big play bots at for 18k, and they come out on top pretty convincingly here. They're not gonna get the turret though. Too much health left on that thing.
Yeah, very good fight there for the side of 18k. The hook missing from Panda, and then the double TP immediately coming out, knowing that the Nautilus was going to be really far inside of their comp. So very good reactions from the side of 18k, able to just press TP immediately once they knew that the enemy was out of position.
Yeah, well done. The double TP came in. They punished pretty hard. Give me a long time before those double TPs are up. But they do make something happen off it. Akari used his, so it's not like there's an advantage there. Here, Paddle, he didn't have the TP, could not join quickly enough, and he got a bunch of damage done on the turret, but it's still about half health. It's not that big a deal here. I think you simply take that and trade for what happened there with the first turret bot lane, and those kills as well here. So, well done by 18k. 3 kills now on Charsensei. He leads the game. Everyone else is at 1. Or less at this point here, and the Kai'Sa is starting to ramp up again. A CS lead there in the bot lane. I believe she's there the pickaxe, so I believe she has the Q evolve now, and should be pretty strong at this stage in the game here if we actually do find a fight with even numbers.
And the TP advantage, although the Tahm Kench doesn't have TP, he still has his ult, which even though it was nerfed at level 11, it's still pretty good. The level 6 ult isn't great, but the level 11 ult is decent, so he'll have that to be able to get around a little bit faster.
Yeah, semi-global, doesn't cover the whole map, but certainly can get you from lane to lane if necessary there. And looks like going to be Iceborne Gauntlet here for the Ezreal here, so going to get that second item a little bit sooner, but we'll not have the same amount of damage there. We'll be a little bit tankier. But yeah, a lot of armor for, again, a team that doesn't have a lot of physical damage. Just the Kai'Sa, really, that does physical damage.
Yeah, I think he could have opted to go for the Triforce, but he wants to be a little bit safer and be able to kite out these assassins.
Yeah, it does spike sooner, so that is something to consider. Plus the CC, or the soft CC of the slow, can be pretty useful. And Karu getting some trading here, but Living Panda in trouble once again. Tsurugi ulting onto him. He's going to find a bit of a damage back here, and Tsurugi now in trouble himself. Hook lands. He's going to get knocked back into the team here. Get the cast fallen. Actually, Loving Panda gets the last hit here as a Paddle. Going to have to ult defensively. Going back in onto Toons. And Indigo coming in with a Killer Instinct. Toons going to go back in onto Fallen, but Indigo just auto him to death. And now Charsensei going to find a lot of damage here, Loving Panda and Fallen, but not going to end up finding a kill here. Now the Rift Herald summoned in mid lane. Vic of the turret there. Karu going in. Finds Charsensei. Gonna have to flash out there to avoid the stun from Paddle. And Paddle will have to flash out to avoid the death from the turret. Jungtao coming in with his ultimate. But in the end, disengage. And it looks like Lane Zero come out with a nice play there after it started a little bit messy in the jungle with Loving Panda almost getting caught. They turn it around. A big play for them. They get the turret and a couple of kills to boot.
Yeah, it's a good turnaround there from Lane Zero. Getting those kills in the jungle, evening up this kill score a little bit, and also evening up the gold to about a little bit under 1k.
The gold, as you said, pretty even now. A little bit behind still, but not the biggest of deficits. We had another Dragon Spawn. It's going to be a Mountaineer, so a bit more important than the previous two, and I'd imagine it's probably going to be a fight around it. But right now, the LZBLZ, they're down items, or rather gold. But they're not really down items. You're looking at the spikes coming in here. Indigo's very, very strong. Doesn't have Rage Blade yet, but he's sitting on really big components here. We got the evolution already here. Protobelt and Sheen for Echo, those are big. Gunblade for the Akali. I think they're very strong, and it looks like 18k. I don't know if it's because of their macro or they just don't want to fight one. They're going to give up the Mountain Break.
Yeah, I think let's fight.
Here, Loving Panda going in, finds the hook onto Toons. Jung Tao, though, comes with a Devour, going to try and save him. Gets bought back in, though, by the cast. Here comes Charcente going, finds a double stun here on Fallen Arms Indigo. Going to find the kill on Indigo. Charcente with his 4th kill of the game. Now, Paddle going to have ult backwards, finds a little bit of damage on Jung Tao. Jung Tao gets hooked by Panda, root up, and now will go down. Double kill for Indigo. That's big for LZBLZ. Actually going in with the kill. Interesting. Going to find a lot of damage. Flash in. They find the hook on a Swoogie. Swoogie going to go down here. The stun from the Echo. Paddle very nicely done there. And Panda with a stopwatch will save himself from turret damage here. And well done by Blizzard. Expertly played team fight there. And they're going to come out on top once again.
Yeah, and this is looking pretty good for lane 0. 18K decided to give up the dragon and try to go for those turrets, but overextended a little bit in the mid lane. And the Ezreal was up in the top side, so doesn't have the TP this game, has the heal, so not able to join the team fight. And 18K just really caught out of position.
Got out of position a little bit there. Charcente picks up his 4th kill of the game, but the rest of the fight didn't go great for them. You know, the Devour, you go so slow now when you do Devour someone on that Tom Ken. She just wasn't able to really get out of there fast enough, so while he was able to save Leona temporarily, he just got knocked back in, and they ended up going down anyway there. And now, a very, very scary Kaisa. 4-0-2 here. The Rage Blade completed on the Affinity Edge here with Berserker Greaves, and even a little Brawler's Nipples to boot, so if you get a back alley scrape, you get a lot of damage there as Fallen. He's going to try and find the stun. Charcente turns around him. They're going to find the kill onto Fallen. And now Toons, he's looking to re-engage onto Panda. Can he find it? Flash in, finds a stun onto Panda. Going to get rooted up here as well. And will go down double kill in the end for Illumi on that Ezreal here. And, you know, caught out of position was 18K a moment ago. But now this time it's LZBLZ, the shoes on the other foot. And now the Baron on the menu here for 18K. TP available. Well, not even necessary. She's already here. The Akali can maybe make a big play. Indigo here as well here, but it's a 2-on-5 essentially. Charcente very low though. Same thing with Toons. Karu trying to go in. The Baron's starting to get very low here at 5K HP. I don't know if they can really make a play on this one. The Zugi trying to zone away. He's the guy with Smite. There's a lot of burst damage for Indigo and Karu if they want to steal this one. So Zugi's got to be on top of that Smite here. 1,000 damage here, and the Smite will come through. Indigo not going to be able to steal it there with the Void Seeker, and 18K going to run out here. In the end, they get the Baron here off a little bit of a catch, and now they've got 3K gold lead, and things are looking back up for them after a bit of stumbling in the mid-game.
Yeah, very good turnaround from 18K. Able to catch Fallen and then turn immediately onto the Baron, knowing that the jungler's down and there's not really a chance for a steal. And Swoogie zoning out the Akali, so not really giving them any chance to fight at Baron either. Even though it was going to be a 2v5, I think if they fought them, they could have at least done enough damage to prevent them from doing the Baron.
Yeah, no
so
balls.
Very good from
no
Swoogie.
Balls is what you're saying. LZBLZ is a bunch of sissies. They should have fought 100% there. I'll let them know after the game here. Actually, I'll just send them a message right now. So with Baron now, good poke options here. You got an Eco and Ezreal here. Well, hold on. This can't happen. A catch here onto Charcente. He's going to ult, going to find a stun, and actually a kill now on Indigo, but he dies himself now. It looks like a 3-for-1 actually so far for 18K. They somehow turned it around after Charcente got caught. Wonderfully played there. The spikes came in with the items here, and 18K take a team fight. I never would have expected they would have won, and now they got the Baron working on his inner turret in the mid lane, and no real wave play here between Fallen and the Karu.
Yeah, this Baron's gonna give them a lot of gold with those picks. They're gonna be able to get this turret and the inhib, more than likely.
Charcente does have TP if he wants to rejoin here, respawning about 10 seconds, but same thing on the other side, so it'll be 5-on-5 if he does come in, but the inhibitor gonna go down. I assume they're just gonna head back out, and now I can use that TP. We got Dragon spawning in, and Infernal importantly here in 30 seconds, so while lane 0, you know, they were able to pick a Dragon early on, they kind of got screwed on that RNG, and now all the best strikes are coming up while they don't have control of the game right now. So that Infernal could go over. I assume we'll go over to 18K if they are able to get out fast enough, but ping coming down here, so I assume they'll grab the one here. Blade the Rune King now for Ezreal. He's on 3 items, very, very strong. Indigo strong as well, but he hasn't completed that 3rd item here, and after a little bit of a, you know, I don't know if it was poor execution on lane zero's part or just really well played by 18K, but you know, in the end, they've lost these last, you know, 2 fights here, and now they're, you know, the advantage they picked up themselves, they've lost here. So we're gonna have a fight around Dragon, it looks like here. Lane 0, they're trying to make a play. TP coming in. gonna get 5-on-5. Looks like oh, actually Fallen gonna smite it away. He finds the dragon. Karu, a lot of damage done to him, but Indigo goes in with a kill instinct. He's gonna find the kill, and now Sawuki in trouble in the backline. He's actually gonna survive here. Indigo gonna find a second kill, double kill, triple kill now for Toons. Indigo probably gonna be the 4th death here. He can find a bit of shutdown before he can do it here. So in the end, a triple kill for both 80 carries, I believe. And an ace in the end for 18K. They've only got 2 members left alive here, and it's a Tom Kench and Leona. So I don't think they're going to be knocking down turrets too fast, but they win the fight in the end here. Dragon goes over to Lane 0 Blizzard, though, in the end.
Yeah, I believe that was a very unnecessary death for the Vi. Going back in and then just allowing the Kaisa to auto her. When you have the Tom Kench running her down with the red buff and the Leona, I think that's enough CC to lock her down, even with the amount of mobility that she has. So I think the Vi could have lived there and could have helped them take the tower a little bit faster, but in the end, the advantage going over to 18K, even though they didn't get the dragon, they were able to get, I believe, a little bit more gold and increase their lead and also get that bottom tier too.
Yeah, Tom Kench Leona ended up getting the turret regardless here, and now the gold, about 5,000, in their favor at this stage here. Indigo, he's got that 3rd item. He could be very strong in the Infinity Edge and the Runins alongside that Raid Plate. So very strong items as well. It's not like he's in an awkward spot, with different stats here. He doesn't quite have that Infinity Edge or whatever item to round out the build he needs. He's got all of them at this stage in the game here. No defensive items, but he's got all the damage he really needs. It's just a matter of playing those team fights out well. It's, they got enough damage. It's just, can they execute here? And that's the tricky part. And they haven't really been able to in these last couple team fights. And now they, the advantage they had again gone. Though, she's pretty squishy. She went for Warrior into Triforce, so the only real tank is the Tom Kench and Leona at this stage. So that is nice for Lane 0 Blizzard here. On their side though, they only have the one tank really in the Nautilus. Everyone else is very squishy. So their team comp as well, very AP heavy, and you can see the MR that's been stacked by Tom Kench at this point here. Spear Visage and Adaptive Helm, and now he's also getting a Negatron Cloak. Probably going to complete that into maybe, I don't know what you'd say here. Maybe Abyssal Mask, but I think that's probably unlikely. As Paddle going to find stun now onto Char Sensei. Panda goes in here. He's going to throw the ultimate down on Char Sensei, but that's going to be disengaged here from Lane 0 Blizzard. Flash away to dodge that cast there from Toons. And disengaged from both sides as they're like, no, not yet. We're not going to fight. We're going to wait this one out here. But now a lot of ultimates, a lot of flashes down.
Yeah, so talking about like a little bit of the Magic Pen, I know LS talks about it a lot. This Morello buy from both Nico and the Akali. The Akali knows that the enemy's going to be stacking MR, so I don't think it's very smart to go for the flat MR that Morello's provides, and they don't really need the magic or the Grievous wounds. So she probably could have opted to go for a Void Staff.
Well, hold that thought. Hook comes in from Loving Panda on and Toons, but in the end, Lane 0 Blizzard seems to be one getting turned around on them. Indigo now in trouble, so Wiki finds the ultimate on him. Stopwatch gonna bite him a time, but he's Fallen. He's got to use his own zonies, but in the end, Indigo just dies when he comes out of Stopwatch. And same thing with Fallen. Triple kill for Illumi. 2 big team fights for him in a row. And now he's gonna shift in. Karu in the shroud here. Gonna find a lot of damage. He's gonna find the kill on a Swoogie. Illumi gonna use the True Shot Barrage. Flash away from Akari. He's going back in. A lot of damage, but Illumi with his own Stopwatch, he will survive. And, well, Zheng Tao in the meantime is just working on the base here. He's already on the Nexus, and that'll be game 1, it looks like, here from 18K. Again, a stumble in the mid-game, but great team fights. Honestly, they ended up getting the Baron off of one. Then just the remaining fights were all 18K. Indigo wasn't able to find the damage he needed here, even with 7 kills. He had damage, but was just killed before he could do much of anything there. I think the MR, just came in too handy in the end there for 18K. They just stacked a bunch of magic resist, and they just couldn't be killed.
Yeah, the closing out of the game was a little bit sketchy in the mid game for 18K. But they were able to reel it back in and just, hunker down and really just lock in that win through good team fights and getting good picks.
All right, we'll take a quick break here before we get into game 2. But 18K take game 1 versus Lane 0 Blizzard here. Believe we're going to stay on the same sides, it looks like here. But 18K off to a really nice start, it looks like so far. Lane 0 Blizzard, a team that's been around for a long time. But right now they still got to get past 18K if they want to get back to those finals here. And so far it looked good at moments here. For the most part, it looked kind of rough for Blizzard. You know, Char Sensei had a great game there on the Nico. Maybe that'll be a point, to ban it away, or maybe just in the end it was just they stacked too much magic damage here. We'll see. We're gonna come back for game 2 draft in just a couple seconds. Welcome back. Game 2. LZBLZ actually down here. Lost game 1 to 18K. I'm surprised by it a little bit. LZBLZ have been good for, good team for a long time. And Fallen usually rigs the league anyway, so it's like, why would he? Maybe he's coming, maybe he's setting up for a reverse sweep, a big comeback. But
yeah, come on. Didn't you read the script?
I did not get the script. I don't know if I wasn't on the email chain or what, but I didn't get the script this week. I got it last week, but I didn't get it this week, so I don't know if there was some intern somewhere screwed it all up. Basically, I don't know. He just call Jimmy and see what's going on, because he must have screwed something up, or maybe one of his interns did. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
We'll get the script. Okay, we'll get the script. All right. So now that I don't know what's going on, I can pretend to act stupid, and you can act smart, right? And be like, oh, this is of course what they're gonna do here. And you would have guessed Jarvan first pick, right? 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%. Jarvan first pick, easy peasy. The Nico ban coming out, not surprising. You know, a ban going towards Char Sensei. Who would have thunk?
And yeah, Draven, Pike, and Aurelia banned. I believe that was the same ban from game 1 for 18k. Kled, Nico, as you said, and now they're renekton as well from LZBLZ, as they're going to follow it up with Sejuani, Resident Sleeper, falling on a tank again. But we'll be into this Jarvan, so, you know, kind of a classic matchup. I feel like Sejuani Jarvan is something we've seen a lot over the years. They're competitive junglers, so they're boring, basically.
Yeah.
But Akali going to be locked in here, so maybe Akari, we're going to pick that one up once again here in the top lane.
Yeah, I think I prefer to watch Jarvan over Sejuani. But you know, that's just me. He's got the ult, he's got the Cataclysm, so he can trap some people. It's especially fun when you pair it with something like a Rumble that can just burn people alive inside the Cataclysm. But seeing the Ezreal Tahm Kench coming back out again for the side of 18k, the Tahm Kench seems to be a good answer to the Akali. Or, you know, from what we've seen, is able just to itemize against it. And lane 0 gonna pick up the Lucian, not gonna ban it this time. But Lucian into Ezreal is a pretty okay matchup. I think it can be hard if the Lucian has trouble getting in. And it also is very support dependent. So if we see Lucian with something a little more aggressive, they might be able to get more done and get Lucian ahead in this lane.
Yep. Very dependent on the sport for sure. You know, the sport dictates the lane a lot of times how it plays out here, but being that sports, Nautilus and Leona both going to be banned here. Neither side liked those in game 1, I guess. So those are going to be banned away. And, you know, Korea loves their Tahm Kench support, but I don't think we're gonna get it. I assume, you know, the top lane again, and the old Ezreal Tahm Kench duo won't be able to embrace each other once more, sadly. But the Tristana ban here, so it looks like that's the top mid Tristana ban coming out from Blizzard here, and the Braum. Speaking of competitive champions, Braum gonna be banned away as well.
Yeah. I think Braum is the most picked support competitively. And even though he hasn't been out for that long, he's just been a super solid pick. He's able to, especially on red side, he's able to turtle that top side jungle really hard. And the Thresh solution coming out, which is a super aggressive lane, so we'll see if they're able to get anything done. They probably won't get kills onto the Ezreal, but if they pick a unsafe support, then we could see kills going over onto that.
Feels like the only thing you have to do now is just pick a support that can run away. You know, don't pick Soraka, and I think you're fine here.
Yeah, I think they could pick Yuumi and be completely safe in the spot lane.
Yeah, I didn't even think about Yuumi. She hasn't been banned at all. Everyone's always.
She hasn't been banned. She hasn't been picked much either.
Very, very strange, honestly. I mean, Yumi's also like, maybe the teams are afraid if they pick Yuumi, their support will just go AFK and they'll never know. But Alistar gonna end up be locked in here for the Ezreal. So another classic bot lane duo. Gonna be the Ezreal Alistar. And that'll be a champion that's certainly disengaged, but it's still a little susceptible to being all in by the Illusion Thresh, because the Ezreal does a decent amount of damage here, but you do find that that hook on the Alistar, especially if you get a gank from Sejuani, I think he's still, you know, very much killable because he doesn't have a ton of mobility like on demand. And Kassadin, okay, so that'll be an interesting champion here. You know, the Azir gonna be tough to lane against, but he is, you know, a mage. You know, he does magic damage, so maybe the Kassadin can survive and be big later on.
And the Kassadin, I believe Faker pulled it out in their semifinal game, the one where they went 3-0 against Damwon, and he got ahead super early and was able to just snowball his lead. So we'll see if the same thing holds true here for this. Kassadin going to be able to scale, maybe not as hard as the Azir, but definitely going to be hard to deal with in the side lane.
Very, very difficult. I don't think the Azir, you know, could deal with him. Tahm Kench can maybe survive against the Kassadin for a while, but like he doesn't really have, you can't really deal with him, once he gets to, level 11, gets 2 items, level 16, forget about it. But once you get that second point in the ultimate, you get the items going here. Casting gonna grab that TP here to help in lane, as well as the silent pressure later on. It's just gonna be tough, man, to deal with that Casting. But he does have to get there. The Azir, tough to deal with. Maybe you'll see a more, laning focused build here. Maybe I think the Comet or the Aerie out of Azir. Usually Comet, though, is the keystone. I mean, I would imagine you want to go for a more aggressive laning phase here up against this matchup. To me, that would be the way to combat this. Just kill the Casting before it can get too crazy. You can get out of control. But interesting drafts here in both game 1, game 2. The Azir not that crazy to me, but the Cassidon, everything else besides the Cassidon seems pretty normal. But the Cassidon's for sure, again, more a fringe meta champion like the Echo.
Yeah, and Ezreal is going to allow this Alistar to roam a lot more once he hits 3 and once he hits 6. Once he hits 6, Alistar's turret dive is super strong. But he's going to have a hard time against Caston and against Akali, ganking them and helping this Jarvan get those kills once those champions hit 6 as well. So we'll just see how safe Lane Zero can play until they hit the late game. Lucian and Ezreal are going to help both of their teams get to that late game. But we're probably going to be looking at the Azir and the Cassidon to do a lot of the work once this game starts rolling.
Yeah, the double TP this game, though, will be crucial. Last game, the Paddle, it wasn't able to join in that big bot lane fight, when they had the double TP there from 18k. That could be pretty big here. Then again, if Cassidon joins, he doesn't have ultimate, or he's, low on mana. He doesn't really do much anyway. But we'll see if this Cassidon can get through the early game here. Zero also a big scaling monster, so by no means does 18k lose if the game goes late here, but we'll see. Could be a very interesting game here. Game 1. A little bit back and forth, but in the end, 18k takes it after, a few team fights won. But Indigo, he got fed, but wasn't really able to, find the team fights there. I think because he was just a little too susceptible to being, dove in the backline here. So Lucian certainly a little bit better at doing that. Thresh a bit better peeler than Nautilus as well. So maybe execution can be either this game here for Lane Zero Blizzard. Again, it's rigged, so I'm pretty sure Lane Zero Blizzard wins, but we'll let you know here. So we'll be back in a couple seconds here for game number 2. We're back. Game 2. Lane Zero Blizzard now trailing a game to 18k here. Gonna be another invade. It looks like here from Lane Zero. Game 1, it worked out. They had a Nautilus this time, a Thresh, but Nautilus was able to get that flash out of the Leona in game 1. Tunes is on here, and now Lumi gonna be the target here. Hand up. The hook gonna land here. Lumi's in a bit of trouble here. The Ignite gonna go down, and he's gonna down first blood, and it's over to Akaru. Very nicely done there. Great hook from Panda. Waited until he was in the brush, so the Ezra didn't have vision. And the Ezra ends up going down. Lumi with the first death of the game here. And, yeah, didn't skill anything, so didn't have shift available. Didn't have, the reactions for Flash. And down he goes.
Yeah, and the Sejuani gonna back and get that scanner. We usually see this. Did not get that ward over on the reds. You're not gonna see them starting it, but gonna have a fairly good idea. And both junglers gonna start the red again. So we're gonna see more opposite side jungling. So maybe not as much action. But the Tom Kench not gonna cheese in the tri bush this time. Gonna cheese in the far top bush on the top side. So see how that works out for him. Or no, he's just gonna step out and go ahead and start farming the wave.
It looks like he's gonna pull it and then hit it. So Tom Kench, no balls this time around here as Paddle. So he's less hitting with the Q there. Is that how you're supposed to play it as the Caston? Again, I'm not a mid lane player really, but you know, it feels pretty bad to me. Like, you're not a GP that gets extra gold off of lasting with your Q. So is that kind of the right pattern to go with here up against this matchup, or you just, you know?
Oh, Tom Kench going super aggressive.
Yeah, actually holding level 1. Didn't think about it. Jung Tao going in on Akaru. He's gonna get the 3 stacks of acquired taste. Flashes in. The sun will land here. Akaru flashes, but I think he might go down. One more auto should do it, and it will do it. Jung Tao can pick up the kill here, level 1. I thought he learned his lesson, but nope. Jung Tao gonna pick a kill here. Trade of flashes, and first blood there for Jung Tao. I have first blood there for the Akali, too. That really sucks for her. TP back, and she's already taking a bunch of damage here. Still level 1. And Indigo, meantime, gets a bunch of damage in the ball. And oh, Akaru! He just stopped moving. He's gonna go down once again. Jung Tao finds a kill, and Akaru, after getting first blood, now dies twice in lane here after TPing back. And that's the worst feeling as a top laner. You die once, TP back. TP a little greedily on the wave and dies a second time to that Tom Kench after he lost level advantage. Now 3-1 in levels.
Yeah, the TP definitely super greedy. The Tom Kench already had level 2, possibly level 3, and the Akali didn't have the flash or even the E, so definitely a good punish there from the Tom Kench.
Yeah, only at level 2 on the kill, but certainly a lot of damage coming through. Pain actually going to hook the minion, though, and as a result, they will not threaten Toons with a kill here, but well done so far. Indigo certainly asserting his dominance right so far in this lane here. Panda playing aggressively as well. And Toon already out of potions. Illumi out of potions here. Really good laning phase so far from the Blizzard bot lane. But right now the top lane not going as great as following Mega Trip down to the bot lane here. Gank a winning lane, that's what they always say.
Yep. And so, maybe a little thing in the top lane.
Karu's going in. I don't know if you want to trade against him, dude. But he's going in. Jung Tao. He's got thick skin available, I still believe. There he's going to pop it here. Akaru, he's actually acquired taste, though. He's going to get stunned up. And Jung Tao gonna back away. TP coming in, though, actually. Here comes the Azir. Akaru's in trouble. He's going to die again, I think. He got no flash. First, they're going to dash in here. Akaru. I'm going to dodge out. He's going to go back in. He's going to actually find the kill here. Finds it on Jung Tao. Gets a shutdown. From the end, Char Sente will pick up the return kill. So I guess it's good. But he dies for a third time here at 4 minutes.
Yeah, not looking too great for the Akali this game.
Dude's going to proc the Aftershock here. The hook going to come through, and he's going to have to flash here. Loving Panda. Going to give him a love tap, but the Toon says no thanks. I'm just okay. Another Flay coming in. The Ignite going down. Toons is in trouble. He's going to headbutt away. That 80 carry there. Indigo trying to give chase, but Panda... One more auto actually do it. Will the Lantern will bring Indigo in. He's going to find the kill here. Loving Panda. The hook. Finds Illumi. Indigo. One more auto. We'll get Loving Panda. Going to survive as well. Double kill for Indigo. And lanes here. Blizzard bot lane off to a great start here in game 2. Going to make up for a little bit of a stumble around the rest of the map here. And now you're feeling pretty confident if you are Blizzard, I think, despite things going poorly in the top lane. You know, Akaru got a kill back, and now the bot lane gets a 2v2 kill here. You know, third death between, you know, these two members of the bot lane here. And Illumi, after a great game in game 1 on this, Ezreal struggling here in game 2.
Yeah, the super aggressive bot lane is hard to deal with, especially with a support that once he goes in, he can't really, you know, get back out as easily. So the Alistar pickup was a little weird to me, especially since they already knew what the bot lane was going to be. And Panda doing a fantastic job at just punishing this Alistar and using that range advantage that he has with the Flay and with the hook to make the laning phase really hard for the Alistar.
certainly makes it hard for him. You can't really go up and get procs, on that support item on the Targons. It's so hard to walk up against this duo here, and if you don't get the golden come, it's really tough as the Alistair. You get killed with his Moby Boots early on. Each one of the items, you're not tanky. So, didn't really have a lot of choice. Tries to walk up, and in the end, they just go down here. Great hooks, though, from Loving Panda. Finds the kills down for the bot lane. Indigo cashing in. Flash available for both those guys in the bot lane, but all sums down right now for 18k in their bot lane here. Paddle, he's already got hit 6. The work helping out for that sustain in that lane here. Our Sensei, he's tried to do his best here to punish the Kassadin, but he's up 14 CS, which is nice, but again, it's a Kassadin. He's going to scale. About to pick up a nice big wave as well here to get a little bit closer in that, so that the CS lead's only around 10-ish. And things are looking okay for Blizzard here after a little bit of a worrying top lane in the first couple of minutes. I think things have stabilized. Now they got a Mountain Drake as well with bot lane priority. And right now, Yazir looking top. Here he comes. And first Vi going to knock back Akaro. The Shroud going to poke him for a few more seconds here. He's got flash in a couple seconds, but won't even need it. Just going to walk out of Shroud. And now it looks like, Blizzard could take, the Dragon if they want to, but they're looking for the gank.
Yeah, definitely not doing anything off the information that is Yazir's top.
Gonna miss Panda as well.
Both supports just waiting, or junglers waiting super patiently.
So we're gonna miss the knock up here. DP coming in from both. Well, two members here. Jung Tao and Paddle coming in. Jung Tao gonna devour Toons to try and save him here. He's on level 4. Hook in. Jung Tao's go down. Indigo finding another kill here. Here comes Akaro. He's able to come in after backing, and now Paddle gonna get the kill here onto Toons. That's big for the Kassadin. And now it looks like the shoe's on the other foot. Akaro gonna go in. He's gonna find a second kill here. Double kill for the Akali after a rough couple minutes in the early game here. Akaro comes back. 4 kills now in the game. Most in the game here. And again, shoes on the other foot. Blizzard in game 1 got punished there in the bot lane with a double DP play, and now they are the ones doing the punishing. And maybe we can get first turret here. After 8 minutes, that would be insane.
Yeah, and that was super good for the Kassadin. It's gonna, I believe, possibly allow him to get that Roa, which is the first step in the Kassadin scaling.
Nice and early rod. They're gonna give over a lot of gold to him, it looks like, but he's gonna get solo playing gold there on the last plate, but he's actually gonna kill a turret. So I think this may be a concerted effort to keep the turret up, to extend the laning phase maybe, so the Kassadin can farm safely, because he's not really not able to go to side lane comfortably at this stage in the game. He would just get chased down by the Azir or the Tahm Kench. So it looks like nope, not gonna lane swap. They're gonna head back bot lane here. Interesting that they didn't actually take the turret. Now maybe they just felt like they didn't have the damage, but I think if they all stuck around, maybe they could have here.
Yeah, I think they can use that turret to put a little bit more pressure onto the Dragon. So not taking it allows them to keep their bot lane bot side and pressure this tower with their duo, the strong duo lane, and also put a lot of pressure onto that Dragon.
I would have thought that you would want to, this is just my thought process, would be that you want to take tower so that taking the Dragon would be even easier here. Panda, hook and land here onto Illumi. Great Hex Flash, and now Illumi's going to die here. True Shot Barrage, just a dying breath. And now Toons, he'll be fine, he'll get away, but his AD carry's dead. So, that's not good generally. And now, well, it doesn't matter in the end. They're going to have the turret anyway, and the Dragon most likely. Although Fallen is top lane, so probably just the turret for the moment. Maybe they'll get the Dragon later.
Yeah, so Fallen wrote the script, knew that his bot lane was going to get that kill if they did take the turret.
Obviously. So now, Toons actually, he's got to worry about this. Flashes away, going to dodge on the hook, but now Paddle's coming in here. Indigo tanking the turret. Actually, Headbutt's going to knock Indigo back out of turret range. Thank you very much. Going to save his life. And now, Akaro and Fallen going to make a play on a Jung Tao on the top side. Ult is available for all these guys here, but now here comes 18k, and this is actually the wrong place to be here. Shroud gonna save Akaro for the moment. He's gonna hop in. Jung Tao gonna flash away from him. Akaro over the wall here, but Fallen gonna have to take up 2 members on the other side. Akaro's going back in. Gonna ult away, so he though actually will find the kill. Char's taking in the last hit. Fallen trying to run away here. Jung Tao gonna find the slow here with the tongue lash. Flash in, gonna dodge the Emperor's Divide though. Fallen with a great flash, and they will survive that 2v3 on the top side. At least Fallen will. Akaro not so lucky.
Yeah, and all this action going on the top lane, I'm surprised the duo lane from lane 0 didn't just opt to go for the Dragon and start that up and take that free objective. So not going to really get anything back for the 3 members being top side. So I think it's a little bit of a misplay from the bot lane of lane 0. But overall, very well played from them to get those kills bot and get that turret.
Yeah, seems like a premature rotation here. But they're gonna go with a Rift Tail. It's like that's like for lane 0 here, so they're gonna skip the mountain for now. Maybe you go back and grab it later because they don't feel like it's a risk of being taken at the moment. And lane 0 is just gonna grab this Rift Tail again. Getting the Rift Tail before platings is so much value if you can get it, you know, onto a turret with a ton of platings left. And even if you don't kill it, if you take out like 3 or 4 platings, it's so much gold, like over a kill's worth of gold off that. The turret plane alone, not to mention the possibility of taking it down, the minions you've brewed in that lane. So it's just a huge influx of gold, and they're gonna drop it top lane right away. Not gonna waste any time. Lane 0 going for a big play top side, and right now, everyone's still coming out of base for TK to respond to this.
Yeah, and all this gold gonna go over to the Sejuani and the duo lane of lane 0. This duo lane gonna allow this Caston to keep scaling up, and they're just gonna be super strong in this game. And the Lucian opting to go for the Essence Reaver first, opting out of the Bork, deciding that he's not really gonna need it this game, or need it at least this early in the game, and gonna be able to just push his advantage, and just be super strong.
People have been, you know, going more and more towards the SFL, it looks like recently, but Akaru is down 2 levels on Junk Tao. Oh no, I've seen this before. Akaru's in a bit of trouble here. 3 stacks of, well, actually just 1 stack now, and all stacks of Acquire Taste have dissipated now, so Akaru maybe a chance of getting out here, but a Tongue Lash could slow him and make life very difficult. One more auto, the Tongue Lash. We'll find the stun now. Akaru, he doesn't have flash up yet, but the ultimate over the wall will buy him some room. Junk Tao probably gonna take the blast zone. Gonna give chase. Here comes Char Sensei, gonna find an auto, and the Tongue Lash will get it in the end. Junk Tao gonna find the next kill onto Char Sensei, or onto Akaru rather. Char Sensei is still alive, very much so. He's on the same team, so can't really kill him. And now Jung Tao and Char Sensei gonna take that Mountain Dragon, which LZBLZ failed to take earlier on here, so gonna get punished for their I don't know if you call it a mistake, it's a little bit subjective, but gonna get punished now. Actually, Emperor just revived him, not falling away. He's gonna go into the steal! Oh, not quite. Jung Tao to pick up the dragon here. Emperor Revive was key and keeping falling away there, and now he's gonna go down, it looks like. Stun from the Tongue Lash, and Char Sensei, okay, there we go. Finds the kill in the end. But top lane, Indio and Loving Panda are working on this duel as well as this turret here, and 18k having trouble, and Paddle gonna come in. Uh-oh, TP gonna come in, maybe gonna save their lives here, but Paddle gonna flash in, finds it onto Tunes. Turret still damaging Paddle here. He's going to need another Rift block. Will not get it. Kill going to come in for Char Sensei. His 4th kill of the game here. Panda, rather. Going to flash out. Here's a Lumi. Mystic shot. One more auto will do it. Lumi shifts in for the kill. Akaru now farming underneath the start here as Indio is still running away here for Char Sensei. Lumi does have the flash available, so should be okay. Lumi going to throw out a Mystic shot. Indigo in trouble here. Going to have to flash out of that one. That was a little bit greedy to stay around there, but now, you know, the Paddle, he's at 3-1-3. Very nice scoreline here. But Char Sensei 4-0-2. He's a strong champion as well here, up a little bit as well. That is Zir, very, very scary here. Although he did go Luden's Echo, which I'm pretty sure LS doesn't like, right?
The Luden's Echo, I think it's good on Azir.
Hold on, Paddle going in on Char Sensei. Maybe gonna find the kill here. We'll do it, a shutdown bit onto Azir. Lumi running away, Fallen finds Yardic Assault, and a double kill here for Paddle. He's got 5 now, with that Rod of Ages at 5 stacks, and that tier starting to ramp up now. Sitting at only 140 stacks, but still, this Caston already getting its scaling going.
Yeah, I think the Ludens allows the Azir to scale a little bit harder, but it makes Azir come online with his penetration a lot later, which is why I don't think LS prefers this version of Azir. I think he still likes Nashor's Tooth and the double penetration. But
just Oblivion Orb though, right? No
yeah,
Morello?
Just unless, you know, there's like Vlad, Yuumi, Olaf on the other team. I think just going the Oblivion Orb is good enough.
Would just one Soraka warrant Morello?
Probably not, because Soraka can't really do that too much healing to herself. So if you kill Soraka, then you don't need Morello, right?
True. Big brain. Big brain for sure there. But right now, you know, speaking of damage, the Ezreal has like no damage. He doesn't have a Sheen yet. He's sitting on a mana immune. He's got some stacks there, but he has no damage right now. You know, really the only damage is the Azir. Obviously the Tahm Kench base damage here. A little bit of damage from the jungle. Sugi has gone for that AD Jarvan. He's not that far. You know, he's pretty far behind at this stage of the game. He's comparatively everyone else here. So It's kind of all on the back of Char Sensei to do everything, I think, for his team right now. You know, whereas on the other side, you got Indigo and Paddle, who can dish out even Karu at this stage here. But right now, 18K going to pick up this mid lane turret while everyone was backing there, or rather coming out of base for lane 0 Blizzard here. So they're going to grab that mid, which is very nice. But now Jungkow working on that bot lane turret as well.
Yeah, and Jungkow not going to really have the easiest time itemizing in this game as he did last game.
Yeah, you can't just stack the MR. He's kind of doing it right now. Looks like he's going for Abyssal Mask here. But, you know, he's going to get torn apart if he does go up against Indo here. But now Karu, speaking of getting torn apart, hopping over the wall here with the Cataclysm. We'll make sure he goes down here. A nice catch there as the Karu face checks. Well, I don't know if you call that a face check. That's a pretty bad feeling. You know, like, you're not expecting 4 people there. And down he goes here. And now lane 0, we don't have anything to get back right on the map. There's no turrets. There's no dragon. So clean pick there for 18K. And they're going to get a turret and maybe a second one here in the bot lane, though. Indigo and Panda here are available to defend. And the calling going to drop down here. And Burst of Fire going to miss here at Char Sensei. Trying for this reshuffle, but will not find it. Indigo, nice dodge there. And this bot lane able to repel 4 members of 18K.
Yeah, and while all this is going on, the Tahm Kench still in the bot lane.
Looks like a collapse coming in from lane 0 here. The Gaston coming down. He's on the bottom side of the screen here. Good hook, gonna start things off. So he goes down. TP coming in. Looks like it's gonna be the Tahm Kench. Gonna join the fight here. Paddle charging those Rift Walks. He may be able to find a big damage here. Gonna find this onto Illumi. Here comes the Karu out of nowhere. Finds his damage over the wall. Finds a kill onto Illumi here. And now looks like Toon's the only one left alive in the middle of the team. And 18K get punished. Lane 0 Blizzard find the double, or Karu finds a double kill. Lane 0 Blizzard find the team fight win here. 2 members left alive here for 18K. Sitting underneath the turret there. Jungkow and Char Sensei survive, but I don't know if they'll be able to defend here. He's here trying to look clear with the hook. Lands! We're gonna go in on him! And he finds a kill. He's unstoppable. Jungkow now. Think he may survive. Not gonna survive. Flash over the wall, actually. He may get away here. Fallen actually gonna die to the turret. No! The stopwatch gonna save his life. The turret now gonna die. And while the Tahm Kench gets out, the turret certainly will not able to run away. Too slow. And
yeah.
Lane 0 Blizzard find a big team fight win. A bunch of turrets off. Well, 1 turret actually off the back of it.
And if you go back and watch that, as the Tahm Kench is TPing, the Akali does get the E onto him, so able to join that fight all the way from the bot lane without spending the TP. So super good from the Akali. Coming definitely out of nowhere, flying all the way from the bot lane with that E, looking super funny on the minimap.
Yeah, I wish I was looking at the minimap. I was staring at the screen, staring at the team fight. I didn't get to see the Akali flying in. I just saw her just emerge out of the side of the screen. I was like, oh my god, where the hell did she come from? And
yeah, she got the E onto the Tahm Kench.
It was very, very cool. It's like those Reddit clips, those YouTube clips of the Akali when she
was like
released.
caps.
Yeah, and she just starts flying in. And it's like, all right, well, I didn't know this was possible. And you don't get to see it too often, but it is cool to see. And now the Akali trolled a little bit, but she's at 6 and 6 now. So feeling much better, but she's still 2 levels down on her lane opponent here. So side landing against the Tahm Kench not really a possibility, I think, at this stage. She's only on the Gunblade. He's on a lot of MR. And now the Cloud Drake going to be taken here by lane 0.
Yeah, this Kassadin is super scary. Definitely getting that scaling online. Although he is down in CS, he has 6 kills.
Only on 500 stacks of Saros right now, but will be transforming in a couple minutes. And yeah, he is still very scary here, picking up the Sheen as well. For that Lich Bane, I assume, coming in.
Yeah, the only person he's probably not going to be able to delete is that Tahm Kench.
Indigo, though, can certainly kill him. He got literally no armor, just health. Well, not literally, he has the base armor, but literally no added armor. As Tahm Kench is going to come in. They're going to try to find catch, trying to Fallen Artemis and Loving Panda. Oh, those Mobies. That's a bad feeling. Those Mobies, they get deactivated. You got to flash away from that slow there. And Loving Panda will survive, but flash down. Just the ultimate of Tahm Kench used.
Yeah, the Alistar opting to go for the Merc Treads, which is very, it's not great to see,
well, you're
because Alistar does have that ult.
Yeah, you know, you're up against Sejuani, you're up against the Thresh. I guess you can understand it. But actually, Paddle coming in, finds a Woogie. Hook gonna miss here, but Fallen Artemis, and I think Paddle will be able to secure it. And yep, he's null and void. Down he goes. The Cataclysm used, but for nothing. Flash is well down, and they finally pick on a jungler. This Mamie and the Baron here. Akaru on the other side. He's got to be careful he doesn't die. That could turn things around for his team. But he's going to be able to get away here. He's got TP. Maybe even just fly in with a Shuriken here. Who knows? And looks like a contest may come in. Yeah, also leading the chase here. Toons going to try and make something happen here. He's going to go in. Actually misses a combo. Toons can use the ult to try and cleanse that thing. But Karu going into the backline. Shroud going to save his life for now. Char Sensei with so much damage, though. The Emperor's Divide finds a lot here for Char Sensei. I don't know if he can kill everyone. Indeed, he will not be able to. Paddle comes in for a double kill. Make that a triple kill as it kills the Tom Kent in the end. And that's going to be Baron here for lane 0 Blizzard.
Yeah, and this Kassadin just coming up huge. Kassadin not a character that really needs that magic penetration because he is more of an assassin-like character and doesn't really want to melt your front line, just wants to get on your back line to do a ton of damage. And he does have the damage to do that. He has the 10 stacked Roic, he has the Archangels. Or, not Archangels. Yeah, Archangels right now.
Yeah, it
becomes Seraphs.
It will be the Seraphs in a moment here. Still not stacked up, about 720 now. It's the Archangels staff. You know, kind of lackluster. But hey, every item should get a little
there
love.
it is. Just upgraded.
Did it really? There you go. Perfect timing. Seraphs embrace now. Embracing us.
Also gonna pick up that Lichbane. The Sheen proc with Lichbane goes very well with the Kassadin empowered W. So very, very scary Kassadin right now, sitting on 3 items with the pen boots.
Yeah, the Kassadin certainly can kill pretty much everyone now. He couldn't before.
And he's just going to be in that side lane. No one to really deal with him. The Azir can't really deal with him because Azir is just able to get
he'll die.
Easily.
He'll die. That's why. The Emperor's divided. He's just gonna shift over it. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
There's
a shift over it, and then you use your E, and he's just like, oh well, I have 10 flashes, so.
Yeah. Like, how far do you want to run down this lane? Like, I can keep going. It's just like. Looking to land here. Zheng Tao. He's 1v3, gonna flash out of that. And the Kassadin warns 2 members up top side. Fallen Artemis doing the Arctic Assault, gonna find Zheng Tao. Into the back line goes Sawugi, and he's gonna walk right back out here, taking a bunch of damage here. Indigo will find the kill here. Paddle going in 1v2 against his bot lane. Flash in, Toons misses the Pulverize. Now Char Sensei, he's trying to go 1v3, but just like his teammates, that doesn't go very well. And now with the Bear minions, I think this inner turret is not long for this world here. Once again, Paddle still 1v2 up in the top side. Akaru pushing mid lane. And it looks to be a matter of time before lane 0 to finish out this game here. 10 kill. A cast and 7 kill. Yeah, plus those 9 assists as well for the Lucian, and there's really not much anyone can do about it on 18k side of the map.
Yeah, this Kassadin has the most kill participation on his team, tied with the Lucian. So definitely has been doing a lot around the map and has gotten super far ahead and able to just, you know, do what he wants, even with this almost 50 CS deficit in the mid lane.
Yeah. Farm champions, not minions. Another dragon, another mountain up now. And looks like Blizzard gonna play it slow and steady here. Gonna grab the mountain. Still a bit of time on Baron. Not as much left though. So may get one more push, but looks like they're gonna back. At least the Akali is, and now Panda will as well. So they're gonna play it slow. Paddle just walking these minions in here in the bottom lane. Just gonna keep some pressure now on the turret. Make sure that someone has to be here to deal with it. And as Junktown Toons will clear out these minions, Char Sensei will join here. So again, I think one more push, and that should be it here with these items. Bought 3 items now for Indigo, 2 items for Akaru, purchasing Morello. Unfortunately, bad player, I guess, here. And a Stone Plate as well for Sejuani. With the 14 assists, 0 kill Sejuani. That's the stuff you like to see here. So, again, I don't see how you win a team fight. You got an AD Jarvan who's going to melt. You got everyone else who's going to melt. And the top Kench will take like a couple seconds to die, and then he'll die, and he won't do anything. And that'll be the fight, I think. So, yeah, this seems rough. I don't know how DK wins this game at this stage now. I think you had your window, and then Kassadin killed everyone.
Yeah, it's also very upsetting to see that the team building Morello is gonna win. Really just
It tears your
egging
heart
on
apart.
that gameplay.
Well, actually, sure,
But-
Sensei's building Morello. Look. Well,
yeah,
actually,
but it's gonna be good against the Cassin.
he has Blasting Wand and Oblivion Orb, so that could be Morello or it could be a Void Staff next. We'll have to see. Like, extend the game, please, so we know if Char Sensei's a player or not.
Yeah, we need to know. The people want to know. By the people, I mean E.
Paddle going in on Jung Tao. Fallen Artemis finds the Arctic Assault and the ultimate now. And oh, Emperor's Divide finds 3. This may be the fight. Char Sensei, though, he's dead already. Indigo going legendary. And now, here comes Suwugi. But he just dashed out. Indigo kiting very well here. Now Jung Tao. He gets stunned up once again by Fallen Artemis. Loving Panda. He goes low, but he's going to survive. And Indigo double kill. Make that a triple kill. And now maybe a quadra. Oh, no. That is a rough fight. And it gets stolen away as well, I believe. Ace comes in, the Castin picking up the last one, and that should be the end of the game here. Lane 0 Blizzard gonna take the fight. No one dies at the end of the year. 10 kills for Indigo, 11 for Paddle. 17 assists for Fallen. Don't, pat him on the back, I guess, but Panda actually has 18 kill participations while Fallen only has 17, so kind of lackluster, kind of disappointing from Fallen, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm glad Char Sensei died super early in that fight so he could complete the Morello and just,
Wow.
show us that,
Trash player.
maybe not as good as we had originally thought.
God awful.
I don't think they
bench him?
I don't know if you can bench Char Sensei out of any of those players. But the Morello, it's at least somewhat viable into the Kassadin because the Kassadin does have the Catalyst passive. He has Fleet Footwork, and he also has probably Taste of Blood and Ravenous. I believe that's what you bring second. No, he had Inspiration because he had biscuits.
Yeah.
So
Get those biscuits nice.
You know what? It's not as viable. Probably would have been better to just leave it at the Oblivion Orb. I don't think actually there really wasn't that much magic resist on the side of lane 0, so he probably could have gone Void. But what do I know? I just listen to LS.
Basically,
LS is garbage.
Basically, what I'm taking away from this is Char Sensei is a bad player. That's all I'm really getting out of it. But now tied up game 1-1 or tied up series rather 1-1. Lane 0 Blizzard here, finding their first win here. 18K, of course, took game 1. But now, with this series tied up, like it felt like Lane 0 Blizzard sort of found their form. They picked the Lucian, which I think is a bit more comfortable champion. For Indigo, they picked the cast, which was a bit unexpected, but they got a great matchup into it, and they got the scaling down. It just felt like everything was much better. Again, a slight hiccup in the top lane in the first couple of minutes, but well recovered there by Karu, and now the series tied. Lane 0 Blizzard looking to take it back. Again, the script says Lane 0 Blizzard wins, so that we all know that's what's going to happen. And we'll be back to see that unfold here, so just wait a minute or two here. We'll be back here, already in the lobby here for game number 3, so stick around, and yeah, we'll be back just a couple of minutes here and get to see the end of this one. I hear it's a pretty good ending. Trevor did a great job writing this week. And right back here for game number 3 here. We got the Draven ban, the Kled ban. Lane 0 going to stick on the red side here. So both sides, like, they're both happy playing on these sides, looks like. You know, 18K likes the blue side. Lane 0 likes the red side, which makes my job easier. Yeah, they don't seem to want to switch here. I guess, you know, 18K likes the first pick, and Blizzard likes that, you know, ability to counter pick on the red side. Kind of interesting that, you know, no one's swapping here. No one, you know, neither side really agrees on the preferred side of the map here, which is a bit interesting here. But 18K to follow up with a very similar ban phase as their first, exact same as their first couple games here. Going to be the Draven, Pike, and the Aurelia here, but Kled and Nico on the other side here. So similar for lane 0 here. We'll see what they round it up with. They go to, you know, the same as game 2 or not. And we'll be the reacting. So very similar bans for both sides here. We'll see if we get a similar composition or not, but they never know the casting's a possibility. And the Silas going to be picked up, actually, here. Haven't seen that one yet. You know, again, we talked about Yumi not being seen here. Silas, another meta champion that we haven't seen very much of. And we're going to get him here. Blind, you know, blind. No information on the enemy team here. You know, no idea what the ultimates are, what the matchup's going to be here. Just going to blind pick that, you know, first pick that Silas here as a Kali. Jarvan going to follow it up now for lane 0.
And I believe the Silas is going to go into the jungle. It's not really seen much in lane anymore, and Illumi going to go back onto that Misfortune.
Yep, gonna grab Misfortune here, so that gives a little bit more lane presence here. The Ezreal's a nice champion. You know, before back, he got a lot of presence in lane. If you get the Sheen timing, you can have presence, but he's not like the biggest laning AD carry here. He doesn't stand up, you know. But Misfortune has so much damage early on here, especially with the, if you're able to get that you know, the bounce off the minion, the crit damage early on is just insane. It really hurts. So she's, you know, much more threatening there. But gonna be the Tahm Kench again in the top lane. It looks like once again here, flirting with this Kale pick. Okay,
Nah, that's gonna be the Thresh.
Never mind.
They're not gonna leave the Thresh up to get banned again.
Yeah, it would make sense. We've seen the Kale hovered twice now though, so it'd be interesting to see if they actually want to play it or they're just having a little bit of fun here. Thresh though, yeah, you're right. Don't want to see that one banned away. You know, Panda had a great game on that earlier on here. This does mean though that the Lucian could be banned away. You know, Indigo was so good in that. I feel like you can just pick it again here. Akaru gonna be on the probably for the 3rd time as well though. So both sides kind of sticking to what they know here. A little bit of switch up here and there, but 3 games on Tahm Kench, 3 games on Akali here for top laners as we get the Morgana and Tristana bans from Blizzard here, and the Kaisa and, you know, the Lucian. Okay, I was like, if you leave with the Lucian, that's kind of crazy. They're gonna ban it away.
Oh, do it, lock it in.
Yasuo, no knockup synergy besides the Thresh. And watch the Jarvan. I'm trolling. He has the Jarvan too.
Do it. Lock it in. Come on. Aw, come on. Lock in the Yasuo. I want to see Yasuo. Yasuo or Rammus. One of the two. I don't know where Rammus would go, but... Oh, Thresh Kalista. I love this lane. Kalista getting some buffs on the recent patch. I think it was just to her AD. I'm not exactly sure. But Thresh Kalista is a super strong lane. And Kalista now able to go Hail of Blades, which allows the Thresh play with the trading and lane to be a lot stronger.
The Nautilus and Corki now. So again, another champion we talked like Corki. We haven't seen a ton of, but very much meta still. Got a little bit of nerf on that base attack damage, but you know, still very strong. I saw it after the nerfs. Felt or looked very good. I haven't played it. I haven't played Corki too much, but he looked very good. He had like 10 kills, so I think that's pretty good here. But maybe you're gonna get a cast and pick once again here for Blizzard. Yeah, they're gonna go lock it in here. So another high pressure bottom lane with the cast and mid scaling the Akali top, and you know, Jarvan, he can be a little bit more aggressive earlier than Sejuani can. But again, more, you know, he can be a tank jungler as well, and I think that's, you know, Fallen, you know, it's sort of a meme, you know, he's a tank jungler player, but that is what he's most comfortable on and what he's most effective on. You know, so he's probably gonna play that version of Jarvan, and you know, it seems to be, again, you don't have the Lucian, but pretty similar composition here as game 2, which they won in. You know, Kalista, you know, much more difficult champion to play than Lucian, I think, at least the high level. You know, and that can be difficult. To pilot there for Indigo, but he's certainly skilled enough to do it. We'll see if he can do that and Thresh the classic combo here. So, you know, similar combos in here for lane 0. We'll see if they can execute though. like they did in game 2. I mean, game two they found the first blood here. Ended up, I don't know if it really mattered because the Hikaru died twice after that, but we'll see if they can reproduce that magic here. Up against another scaling mid laner in the Corki here for Char Sensei. But the Misfortune Nautilus is a little bit better at laning up against this Callisto Rush duo, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this top lane goes. The Tom Kench into the Akali has been very potent in every matchup or every game that we've seen today. So we'll see how that goes. And the Sylas only really having the Jarvan and the Akali ult to steal. I believe he only gets one use out of the Kassadin ult, unlike Corki ult where he gets the full like 9 charges, I think.
Yeah, he gets
7.
I believe it's 7, but to be honest, there's so many Sylas ult interactions that I know some of them very well, but a bunch of them I don't know well. But I think the most interesting one is the Callisto, because he does have to purchase the Black Spear, I believe it's the item that you have to use to bind. And I know some people you sort of like depends on who you bind, how the game plays out. It's kind of interesting how you can do that with the Sylas, especially as the jungle Sylas. Like, you're not around someone all the time like an AD carry, obviously. Callisto is sort of designed to be around the support, right? But with Sylas, it's like, well, who you bind and what time they gain here, because sometimes like binding the Corki could be good if you like trying to save him, but obviously you need the Nautilus for engage, and that could be kind of interesting. So it'll be cool to see what Sylas does here with that ultimate, because it is great defensively too. Being able to save as a teammate, make them untargetable, really powerful. So cool interactions here, and I think this should be another great game here. Game number 3 gonna be coming up in just a minute here. Anything else to mention on these compositions before we get ready for game number 3?
I think the Sylas Black Spear doesn't actually make you go into the death animation, so I think it's more of an instant thing. So you could use it pretty much at any time. So you can save it until really late. I'm not exactly sure though.
That's very valuable then too. I did not know about the binding there. Again, like there's so many interactions with Sylas. Like,
yeah, Sylas is such a weird champion.
Yeah,
you play like 143 or however many there are in League on Sylas.
Yeah, the amount of interactions is crazy. All right, but we're gonna get ready here for game number 3. Gonna get to see some of those cool size interactions as well, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Gonna be double TP again for both the solo lanes here. So important to note for those global plays, but we'll be back in just a couple seconds here. Lane 0 Blizzard 1 and 18K 1 now going into game number 3, all tied up, and yeah, nothing else to say here. We're just gonna see the action in just a couple seconds, so stick around. We'll be back in a minute. Back, game number 3. We got very similar compositions to game 2, at least for Lane 0 Blizzard here, and I think we're not gonna have that same level 1 here, so no first blood for Hikaru to immediately die after. But I wonder how the jungle will play out, because Sylas and Jarvan I feel like are much more active in the early game than we had in game number 2, right? The Sejuani a little bit more not necessarily passive, but she's a tank jungler. She doesn't really have as much power early on here. So actually, it looks like the Sylas is already binding someone. Yeah, he's gonna bind the Tahm
Oh,
Kench.
so it does do the death animation.
Does do the death animation. So I believe that's permanent as well. I don't believe Sylas can rebind here. So
Yeah.
gonna be the Tahm Kench all game, which makes a lot of sense. In some aspects, because you know it's a tank, you want him to go in, but not binding the Nautilus means that there's one less tool for engaging later on, which can be really key because Kalista and the Castan have so much mobility that the Nautilus can have trouble finding a hook, finding engage, but if he gets that ultimate in, it can be a little bit easier. So an interesting bind, but will mean that he doesn't have to do it later in the middle of a team fight. That'd be pretty awkward.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see if the Tahm Kench can devour someone, and then if the Sylas can ult both of them to safety. I'm not sure about that interaction.
I remember there was I saw a video in like my recommended situations on YouTube or whatever. Here has fallen. Well, hold on, he might go up level 2, so I might not be able to talk about my my time wasting. Yeah, my YouTube diet. I can't have a YouTube diatribe, but I saw a video. It was like it was basically someone had like a team comp of like all the like globals and the things that like you can travel other people. So you had like Shen, Tahm Kench, the Kalista, and I forget who the other champions were, but they basically would all get inside the, one would get inside the Tahm Kench, Kalista, then ult the Tahm Kench, and the Shen would ult on, or the Kalista, I don't know, and then they would take the Tahm Kench ulti there, so they would have 5 people all traveling the same place at the same time. So I believe the interaction does work the way you would say, but I'm not entirely sure. It'll be very interesting to see how that works out.
And something to note about the Corki, it's very rare for him to build Morello. So
he can't.
Void
Yeah,
Staff
he can't do it.
is very common. So we will see if.
If you need Grievous Wounds on Corki, though, do you go for the Executioners or do you go for Morello? Because I feel like the Executioners would be more consistent and cheaper.
Yeah, I think you go for the Executioners.
So Akaru taking a little bit of trade on a Jung Tao. He's actually up a level here. Did go for Conquer this game, which is something to note here, as it does give him a little bit more trading potential against the Tahm Kench. Now we got a gank in the mid lane here. Char Sensei, good Valkyrie away though. Fallen gonna have to make his way back out of mid lane, and gank gets a little bit of pressure, but not much else. So it's gonna be exchanged here by the supports, and now Illumi in trouble here. Great kiting from Indigo. He's gonna find the first blood here. My question is Kalista. Well, he just showed me he can play it for sure here. Good kiting so far. Loving Panda as well. We already knew he could play the Thresh here, and I think that's going to be another kill. He's actually out of range. Indigo flashes forward. Great flash from Toons over the wall, though. I thought he had the execute, but Indigo tried to play patient, tried to make sure he had it. And in the end, Toons able to flash over the wall and get away here, so not a double kill for Indigo on that Kalista, which sucks a little bit, but they do get double summoner spells out of the support there. In exchange for 3 of their own, though.
Yeah, it's this Thresh Kalista lane is very potent, especially with the Kalista having that Hail of Blaze. Just allows her to get, free, pretty much 4 spheres inside of you.
Hold that thought. We got a fight in the mid lane here. Falling, gonna have to flag and drag out. Paddle very low, so there's not gonna be a re-engage here. Paddle still has that TP, so does Char Sensei, so maybe that'll come in here. He's already out of corrupting potion charges, but Fallen clearly doing his best to try and help out Paddle in this mid lane here, make his life a little bit easier here. Char Sensei, very scary if he gets going as well though. So like, I want to fight top lane. Jung Tao is in trouble here. Akaru with the Conqueror doing much better here in these top lane trades. Flash away from Jung Tao. The Sylas is here as he wants to get some support. But looks like, wow, okay, Akaru turning around in game 2. Again, stumbled there, but he's really recovered here. Very well done by him. I mean, he played great in the latter half of game 2 as well. It was just that lane phase, and that's Tahm Kench's things, like what do you do once he starts getting, once he starts licking you. As the jungler's gonna, say hello, friendly salutation.
And with the Sylas, I think, the Akali building Morello is a little bit better, just allowing to reduce that healing from his W. So I think having one and not making Kalista have to build into the Executioners is pretty good.
Indeed. Could be pretty helpful there. So,
and first dragon is Infernal, so
ooh, yeah.
Definitely a higher priority than the rest of the drakes that we've seen spawn first.
I mean, both sides really want that as well here. I mean, I don't know what Fallen's going to build here, but you still have 3 members from 0 that use it here, and 4 that from the other side for 18k that use it though. Definitely be very valuable. Plus the Ross, just the amount of AP that build, like obviously Infernal's a percentage base, so it's gonna just do so much damage here. As Jung Tao, he's down a level, but he's walking forward very aggressively here, as he does have a little bit of an advantage there with a Kindle Gem. Here comes the gank. Good flash. Panda goes in, finds the flay. Your Toon's only level 3. I think you're dead, buddy. Oh, hook will land as well. Loving Panda gonna find a Lumi. He's gonna flash away. The heal available. One more auto. Nope, not gonna find it. Oh, with the spear though. Indigo finds it with the double kill. He can play Glista, I think.
Yeah, I think good Callista players are definitely they're a little bit hard to find, but once you find one, you're just like, I don't want to let you go.
Yeah,
as a support player.
This is a really good job so far here from Indigo. 3 kills, obviously. You have to attribute some of that to Panda here. He started things off with the hook, for both the ganks there. Fallen came in, helped out. So it's not all him, but certainly the mechanics are good from him so far. And Panda, again, the hooks on point. Once again here, great flash, lantern play. And now Jung Tao, again, losing this trade here to Karu. Maybe the only thing he needed was the Conqueror, as he's going to find the solo kill in the top side. Karu with the solo kill. Yeah, I think he needed Conqueror. I think that was it.
Yeah, I think the Conqueror is definitely it. And them picking up the Infernal Drake is also super good. And Callista, one of the only champions where buying tier 2 boots first is a fairly big advantage because her passive does scale off of the boots tier.
I do see Yasuo's buying tier 2 boots every once in a while in bad matchups like Aurelia will, just other champions like melee champions that need the resistances or something. But Akaru now gonna use the Shroud to hop out, and he'll be okay there. So, very unique champion that does like to build the boots here, and gives her a lot more mobility. Obviously the movement speed, but more so the passive, right? Like the amount of distance she can cover while autoing is just insane. And yeah, it's gonna be tough to deal with here. It looks like the Misfortune, she's got a pickaxe and a longsword, so I think that's gonna be essence first for her. Could be no, Bloodthirst doesn't build out of that. I do see some Misfortunes going from first to first, but looks like it's gonna be essence for this time around for her. Maybe Death Dance. Maybe we'll get crazy, but I think that is unlikely.
Does Essence Reaver build with pickaxe?
Oh no, it doesn't anymore. They changed that, of course.
No, it
used to build out of pickaxe.
Fields and
when Essence Reaver first came out, it was pickaxe and Caulfields, and now it's BF Sword and Warhammer.
Yeah.
So my mistake again. I'm on a roll tonight. But I was like, actually, what is she building then? I guess she's just building.
Maybe IE.
Yeah, but I guess she just bought a random longsword then because she had the gold, I guess. We're not going to land from Panda once again here onto Toons. They have level advantage here in the bot lane, but here comes the gank from Sawugi. Gonna find kill onto Toons here. Indigo pulling back his support to save his life. Panda gonna go out defensively here in a 2v3 outplay here for Lane Zero's bottom lane. Now here comes Fallen. The guy's gonna land here on Illumi. He has no flash to get up to Sawugi. He's gonna go, actually misses the chains here. Probably a good thing for him though, because I think if he went in, he would have died. Here comes the TP. And Charsete coming in. He's level 8. Gonna probably find the kill. Loving Panda so low. And actually, no, Indigo turns it around. He's gonna get double kill. Sawugi flashes. He's gonna find the kill on the Loving Panda, but I don't know if that's worth it. Big kill, triple kill for Indigo. Now 7 kills on this Callista, and this thing's already spiraling out of control.
Yeah, this Callista is getting massive. Has almost 2k gold on her at the moment. So gonna be completing that.
Plus plating now. Make it a little bit more.
Yeah, gonna be completing that.
Bork may. I don't know if she has quite enough. I think she might though.
Yeah, I think Bilgewater's what, 1,600 plus 1,000 from.
Yeah, they upped it though, so it's 3,300 now. So she got it anyway. We don't need to do the math. Paddle though in trouble in the mid lane. The package was used by Charsete. He's gonna flash to follow Paddle. The last ultimate charge will be used by Paddle. Last rocket, no, Charsete doesn't do it. Panda coming in. He finds the flay now, and the hook gonna actually miss from Panda. That's uncharacteristic, but it doesn't matter. Fallen gonna find the kill there, so maybe predicting a flash. No, you gotta use the flash.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe just a little bit off target there in the end. I can't really blame him. He's already hit so many. Here comes Jung Tao trying to fight Akaru, but again, well, actually, no, he finds the Devour. Might find him in a turret range. Actually, will not. Akaru flashing in will find the last shuriken he needs, and now Sawugi going in. Paddle. Last out will do it. Sawugi gonna go down here, or Sawugi gonna find the kill, and Paddle gonna go down. Fallen Artemis coming in. Flash, and the Flag and Drag will get it, so a trade kills there. After the solo kill in the top lane, Jungle's trade kills. Fallen now with his second kill of the game.
Yeah, this game's not looking too good for 18k. This Akali pick is working a little bit better. with the Conqueror, so the Tahm Kench not able to push the advantage that he wants to push. And this Kallista's just so far ahead.
Yeah, the dragon spawning are also helping out lane 0 here once again. You know, the rigged status of lane 0 Blizzard coming to fruition with that second Infernal here. Unlike the first couple games, though, where lane 0 did have control of the map a couple times, they didn't really get the dragon spawn they were hoping for. They got clouds, basically. But this time around, they're getting the dragon spawns they want here with these Infernal here. You know, Callista actually isn't that great a user of Infernal. She doesn't build that much AD. It's like all attack speed. But hey, you'll take an Infernal here, and the rest of the team certainly uses it very well, so...
yeah, Callista doesn't really get that much out of attack damage. She
actually it's less on her,
has
right?
reduced. Yeah, she is. I think she gets 66 or 50%. I'm not sure. I think it's or 67.666 or whatever. But definitely an interesting champion. Super weird and super unique, but also super good if you're proficient on her.
Yeah, I mean, when you got 7 kills, I don't think it really matters that you have double Infernal and it like isn't the best on you. It's like not that
You'll
big
take
deal.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll take it over the other dragons, except for maybe Mountain.
Yeah, Mountain would be good for Callista to take that Baron earlier on, but I feel like they're gonna have enough damage as it is here, and Falling to be able to tank that up. You know, Panda might have, you know, Redemption by that point as well to help sustain. Like, it probably will be fine. Maybe he'll go for Knight's Fight. I went for Knight's Fight last game.
Yeah,
but
this turret gonna go down now.
Yeah, we're gonna have a play bot lane, I think. It looks like, you know, both Char Sensei and Sabugi are sort of shading over, but the Rift Herald gonna be dropped here by Fallen. I think the turret is go down. You're gonna be right here. Sabugi coming over, but I don't think there's really anything they can do to stop this. Like, if they fight, they're gonna die. They can't really clear here. You know, the Rift Herald's just gonna charge and kill the turret here, and Fallen can help pick up that first turret with the help of the bot lane, and Pal even rotate over. Things are going really well here. Char Sensei gonna get one plating back in the mid lane as a consolation prize.
Yeah, the Callista super far ahead. The Kassadin, not as far ahead as you'd like him to be, but he's getting there. He's scaling up. He's not that far behind in CS like he was last game.
No, just like 7 CS right now, and maybe that'll grow a little bit, but Char Sensei already having to run away from Paddle here with this Rod of Ages completion. He's only level 9, doesn't have that second point in the ultimate, but he's already starting to take some aggressive phase against Char Sensei here. And, you know, Char Sensei has been sort of the rock for 18k, it seems, in this series. Game 1, he's obviously very good. Game 2, he was good while his team was struggling. And now Game 3, he's struggling now himself, which is, I think, a really terrible sign for 18k. If, you know, again, the rock for them, at least what has appeared to be in their rock, you know, for the first couple games of the series, and you know, the other games I've seen them in, is struggling. That just not bode well for you guys here. And so we picking up a little bit of slack. He's got 2 kills. He's doing his best here, but you know, all the rest of the members, 0-2, 0-3, 0-2. It just feels really bad, I think, at this stage here for 18k and the Corki scales. But I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be enough here, considering you got a Kassadin to contend with. Yeah,
you got Kassadin, and you also have the Akali, which can get on you super easily.
Yeah, didn't even mention her. She's gonna kill him too. And the Akali, 2-0 now. You know, again, rough first couple minutes for Akaru, but you know, the last 30 minutes of gameplay from him have been fantastic, really. You know, besides the little blunder in the laning phase, he played game 2 great for the last couple minutes here. And now the first couple minutes, game number 3, he's played fantastically. Picked up 2 solo kills here, up 2 levels now in Jung Tao, and a 2v1. Maybe he can make a play here. Akaru, though, hops into the package now. Jung Tao very low. Not quite enough damage there for Akaru. Can't find the exit, and he will go down. A big shutdown here for Char Sensei. A little bit off there. Almost made the 1v2 outplay, though. Just couldn't quite find the kill on Jung Tao there. That Kindle Gem and the Merc Tread saved him.
Yeah, and a little bit of commentator's curse there.
Yeah, I screwed him over. My bad, man. I apologize. Yeah. It's all me.
He's not strong enough to survive the commentator's curse.
No. Can anyone really? It's a cosmic event that cannot be stopped by mere mortals.
Fallen can, because he controls the script, but...
Well, Trevor, I think someone said Trevor writes it. I didn't know that, but apparently Trevor writes the script. Which makes sense.
I think that's all that.
He's kind of the brains behind the operation. Fallen's clearly the brawn, you know, with his ripped physique. So I understand that. As you know, double Infernal, 15 minutes in, 5k gold leads. I can keep saying things that show lane 0 is ahead right now. 7-0.
Yeah,
Callista
the only
here.
thing you need to really look at is the 7-0 Callista that is about to build Runeant's Hurricane. So any dreams of fighting lane 0 is null. It's just not going to happen.
The only things that, oh, hold on. We got to fight. Cackling goes in. And a hook and a land here. A Lumi caught once again here. Panda, another hook. He's going to flash out. Actually, the bait's call. A little bit of miscommunication there, but Panda gets the safety here. TP coming in as well. And it looks like Paddle, he's got a lot of damage, but not able to quite find it. Fallen in the backline to Indigo. He's just firing away. Double kill here. Triple kill now for Indigo to finish off that fight. Finds all 3 kills in the end here. Char Sensei and Sugi here, but I don't think he'll be able to clear Paddle going in. Actually, will not commit to that play. As Sugi and Char Sensei will hop away. Panda, hook, gonna miss this time around. Again, you don't see him miss too many, but when you do, it's like surprising. Here as Sugi gets played in by Panda. The last trick shot will not kill Panda here. The hook gonna be blocked by the cannon minion there, and Fallen gonna get out with the lantern. Is Indigo? Oh no, Indigo! Oh no, the execute for Indigo gonna ruin his perfect game here. But the shutdown gold will not go over, which is crucial here. He had 10 kills and was gonna give over 1,000 gold in shutdown there. So a little bit awkward at the end of that thing, but they don't give over the gold there, importantly.
Yeah, they don't give him the gold, but I don't believe that this bounty's gonna go away. I think this Callista's still gonna have a pretty high bounty.
Oh, nice play there by Hikaru. He's gonna end up trading his life there for Sugi, but he finds the kill there. Will not delay the turret being taken either, though, so a bit unfortunate. And the mid lane turret will go down, which is actually pretty big here. You look at the turrets across the board. 2 turrets been taken right now by lane 0, but you know, that's only 1 more, right? And then that has been taken now by 18k. They pick up the mid lane turret, which is huge. That also means that priority on the river and the Baron won't be, you know, as clearly defined now that the mid lane pressure has been equalized, you know, in terms of turrets and the map positioning here. So, you know, we haven't been saying the game is over, but it certainly felt like that to us. And we were like, well, this game's, you know, pretty far away here. But, you know, with the Corki, like, you know, a little bit of meme, like I'm scaling, but he is scaling. Like, he's got Triforce here. He's got a little bit, you know, some parts for his second item here. Gonna go back to get the Zeal, I believe. You know, he can get into a spot where it's tough to deal with him. And certainly the Akali and Caster are very hard to keep out of your backline, but Caster has hard CC. You know, the Tom Kench can swallow you up. You know, the Devour, a long cooldown, you're very slow. But the power of it is still, you know, it can change games. The Devour is so good at saving someone here. So there's ways to peel the Corki. The Silas is very strong. Maybe there's a way back into this one, especially if you can delay the Baron take, because, well, you know, they take it very fast here. And Lindsay are going to pick up that Ultra Drag here to add to their collection. You know, the Baron doesn't just instantly go down because they don't have a mountain. The Cliff does a lot of damage, but there's no one, you know, that's tanked it up for a long period of time. Fallen is tanky, but not overly so, and the Corki can certainly poke them. So I think that maybe you can keep them from taking Baron and stop the game, right?
Yeah, I think it just depends on how cleanly lane 0 is able to close this one out. Once this casting comes online, though, there's not going to really be anyone to answer a split push besides maybe the Corki, but then your Corki's out of the fight answering the split push, so it's kind of that, like, trade-off where it's like, yes, you can answer the split push, but you can't really fight 4v4. So it's just going to be how well they can deal with the split push and utilize this Corki with package as well as TP. So it's definitely going to be an interesting one. And as the game gets later and later, yes, the Corki's scaling up, but so is the Kassadin. So, you know, it's hard to say that the game's going to get better as the game gets later for 18k, but, you know.
It's a glimmer of hope, though. That's all I'm saying, man. I don't think they're going to win.
There's a little hope, but
not much.
You know.
Yeah. You know. Maybe they'll come back. Certainly the series isn't over anyway. If they do go down in this game here, it's a best of 5, so you got a couple extra chances here to make it happen. Well, just one after this, but hey, it's one more than you would get in a best of 3. So that's a positive. Got to think of the positives. In this situation, Panda coming in again. He's looking for Char Sensei. Mobies, though, have been stopped here, but still going to find the hook here onto Char Sensei. The Captain will come down. Char Sensei going to go down. Here comes Jung Tao, but that ulti is going to put him in a bad spot here. Going to slowed, knocked up, hooked, and eventually killed. And yeah, that's 2 dead here. Nice pick. Again, Panda with a great hook to start things off there. Char Sensei just bounced around, and then his teammate Jung Tao got bounced around, and they both go down. And now I think the Baron, 20 minutes, it's probably going to go down as well.
Oh, I didn't even notice that they got the Ocean Drag.
Yeah, they picked up the Ocean Drag while I was on my little rant there about how maybe ETK wasn't going to lose, and then they got picked, and now I think they're going to lose.
Yeah.
Hikaru is in trouble in the side lane. The Shroud going to buy a bit of time, but he's 1v3. Poking a miss here from Toons. Hikaru going to hop over the wall here. Knocked up, and now Lumi giving chase, but here comes his teammates, here comes the Lantern, and there's the Baron, and well, 18k didn't find the pick they were looking for. Baron goes over, and now 10 kill Callista, and you got the casting who's on a Rod of Ages plus a tier already on the way.
Yeah, the speed you do Baron at only matters if the other team isn't, you know, trying to kill an Akali that can distract you for, you know, 10 plus seconds, which is a long time.
Yeah. Chasing a Akali is like chasing... I don't know if I'd say like chasing a Singed, but it feels fruitless is what I'm getting at here. Like, you're probably not going to kill her, and she's kind of toying with you, like hopping around here and there. She goes invisible, and you're just like, can you just like fight me really? And she's like, no, I'm going to leave now. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's not really as dangerous as fighting a Singed, because while you're trying to chase the Singed down, you're taking damage. Yeah. You're slowly dying by following him, but following Akali, it's just like, yeah, I might not kill you, but you're definitely not going to kill me with 3 people.
Yeah, it's... And Hikaru, they're trying again, but he's up 2 levels on both these guys here, and Sugi steals the ultimate here, but yeah, he's just playing with his food at this point. I don't know. Here comes Fallen as well to support his top laner. In the mid lane, I actually got the bot lane pushing there for lane 0, and the casting in the side lane Paddle. Going to be working against Jung Tao there with a Baron buff on everyone, of course.
There's not much that 18k can do against this 1-3-1.
No.
They don't really have people to answer.
Does not appear so. Indigo going to rotate over the bot lane here. They're going to take the inner tower, and Fallen going to push out the mid lane, it looks like, as Panda finds another hook, but I don't think they'll hard engage on that one. Human's going to get flayed back here. Jung Tao going to devour him, try and save him. Oh, big ultimate here from Illumi, but actually will not do that much damage here. Panda now, and Double Though gets hooked. Fade's Call not available here. Paddle going to do a lot of damage, but he's getting himself very low. Illumi going to find the shutdown here onto Paddle. Actually, will not be a shutdown. Indigo, he goes into the stopwatch here. He's going to flash away, trying to kite one out. And he might go down here, flashing by Illumi. They'll find the kill, double kill. But actually, the Ballista goes down, and Fallen actually going to flash it. He's got no damage. He's all tanked. Woogie giving chase here. And that was actually a terrible fight here for lane 0. Illumi going to have to use the heal as Hikaru giving chase. Ultimate will find a kill here as Fallen. Going to get put into his own chasm by Salugi here. And Salugi will find the shutdown. 600 gold over. And in the end, just 2 members left alive in total. Hikaru here working on this inner turret, though, or his inhibitor turret, rather. And he's got the bear buff, so maybe he'll take it out. Will indeed, but the inhibitor will stand for now.
Yeah, getting that shutdown onto the Callista.
Here comes the Tom Ken's ulti, now a TP as well. So Woogie going to be devoured up by Jung Tao and Paddle. And Hikaru are here. They finally kill now onto the jungler. So Woogie goes down. Paddle, shift away here, and now Hikaru, flash in. Jung Tao finds the tunes, finds the hook, and now here comes the flash in. Char Sensei gonna try and find a kill, but Hikaru, he's no ultimate now. Hops over the wall, and the Lantern out. You're never killing this Akali.
Yeah, the Akali is very, very slippery.
That was a really terrible fight, though. Like, you looked at it, the Callista goes down. Black Cleaver now purchased by Illumi here after that Infinity Edge, so he's actually on 2 items. Now only 1 item behind the Callista. You know, a lot of gold was actually given over in that fight, so a little bit concerning here for in lane 0 Blizzard. You know, the Archangel Staff, 500 stacks right now for the Caston here, as another Infernal is taken here.
Yeah,
that's just
that's 3 Infernals. It's not looking too fantastic. The Callista getting shut down. Another 700 gold shutdown, but still at 600 gold, so just shows you how far ahead this Callista really is. About 4k up onto the on the Misfortune, so definitely super far ahead.
And it is open in the bot lane here. 1-3-1, but the 3 is in the bot lane this time, trying to break over this inhibitor. And Sugi trying to help Illumi in the mid lane here. Stop this Akali, as Paddle certainly gonna get that turret in the top side. So all the inners down now, just looking at inhibitor turrets and inhibitors for lane 0 Blizzard here. 25 minutes into the game we are now, and the gold lead over 10k. But again, Char Sensei scaling. You got Illumi who got that big shutdown here. A big fight, a big make it rain from the Misfortune. Could do some big things here, but it's tough to deal with this siege, you know, just because it's so tough to walk up against these guys. You have to you know, the threat of being dove is scary. So if you just match them in a 1-3-1, you know, you're worried about that Corki getting killed by that Akali diving. You're worried about, you know, the Cassim just diving basically anyone. So these are concerns in dealing with this sort of setup right now. But the inhibitor is the focus right now for lane 0 here. And the gauge is going to come through. Indigo getting knocked up, fallen. He's going to find the flag and drag, and the Cassim will go down to the Lumi here. Indigo going to find the first kill. He's going to go down as well. Karu going to delete the Misfortune. And now Char Sensei on the run. Jung Tao, he's trying to find something, anything to be hopeful for, but he's going to go down here. The Tom Kench going to die here. Char Sensei still, you know, up. But the inhibitor will not be able to say the same thing here. Now, I think that they may just go for the end here. The next turret's the only thing standing between them and the Nexus. Logic?
Yeah, it's not looking fantastic. It's looking pretty over.
Next towers.
Don't worry though, Char Sensei's got the scaling.
Yeah, he's scaling up. Paddle?
He's gonna scale into next game.
Paddle into, man. Finds kill onto the Corki, and the game will end. LZBLZ take game number 3, putting themselves on match point. And I think ban Thresh would be.
Yeah, I don't think
idea.
there's, you know, anything you can do against this Thresh unless, you know, you're willing to pick Morgana. But even then, it's like, it's just a soft answer because that's just, you know, you have the Black Shield, but what if, you know, the Morgana's not around? Then Thresh is just as powerful. So I think the only real way to answer it is just to get rid of it.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's like that TSM game or series. You know, from, was it a year ago now, where they played Clutch Gaming, and they I'm trying to focus on 2 things at once here. But where they played against Clutch Gaming, Haku had the big Thresh games, and you know, everyone was saying just ban Thresh, just ban Thresh. It's like you can, and that's an answer to it, but then, like, you know, banning that away opens up other options for lane 0 Blizzard here. So it's like yeah, it's an answer, but it's not like just like, oh, you ban Thresh and like the problem goes away. It's, well, it creates other problems, you know. So it's not just like the simplest thing you can do, but it could be a good thing to do. Panda has been fantastic on it so far, and you know, Indigo has shown he can play multiple 80 carries here. So in playing an 80 focused 80 carry, I think is definitely the way to go, because they're playing such heavy AP champions in the mid and top lane that I think that's kind of mandatory. But there's so many options. You know, 80 carry is 80 carry for a reason. It's attack damage, so there's plenty of physical damage options there in the bot lane, even early game ones, because they ban the Draven every single game here, which leaves open, you know, other 80 carry options.
Yeah, they've banned the Draven, they banned the Pyke and the Irelia every single game. So it's just a question of which one are they willing to let through to get rid of this Thresh. I think the one that you would, I'm not down, but yeah, the one that like you, I think would be most willing to let go is possibly the Pyke.
Yeah, I mean,
but at the same time, it's like, what's the difference?
Yeah,
like, it's still a champion. It's still gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it'd sort of be like going from, you'd just be trading your one problem for another. I think, you know, Pyke, he's not as utility based, but he certainly has that aggressive hook. You know, that's gonna create the same problem for you there. So we're gonna move really quickly on here to game number 4 here. Blizzard don't want to waste any time here. 18K ready to get their revenge as well. And again, match point here for lane 0 Blizzard here. Again, on the red side, blue side. You know, for the entire series here so far, neither side has wanted to switch sides. They seem to like where they're at here, which, you know, after losing 2 games in a row, I feel like you'd want to change something up here, and we'll do it with a Thresh ban. But you know, they're gonna stick on the same side here and just ban away Thresh, and they're gonna try and maybe ban away Thresh and Pyke and Draven, or what the deal is, I don't know. But then you go with Irelia, so it's tough if you're 18K. But they say we've had enough. The Thresh is gonna sit on the side lane this time.
Yeah, I think getting rid of the Thresh and leaving up probably the Irelia is the smartest way to go, just because Akaru has been on Akali this whole time, and Daddy has been, you know, on Kassadin for the 2 games that lane 0 has won. So leaving up the Akali just gives them another option to get them off of those picks. But gonna ban the Akali as well, so not gonna see that one. Knowing that they cannot answer the Conqueror Akali with just the straight up Tahm Kench pick.
It seemed like that was the only switch he needed. Like Akaru switched to Conquer, and all of a sudden he was like, all right, well, I guess I can kill Tom Cash now if I don't go electrocute.
Yeah, not getting, 2 deaths really early.
That also
helped
helps.
out.
But it definitely felt, I mean, it was a little bit more to that. Like, it felt, maybe the decision for electrocute was like, I'm not going to go Tom Cash anyway, so I'm just going to sort of index on power to kill his carries. And that was kind of his mindset. But then he, like, was so far behind in lane that it didn't really work out, so... Kind of interesting debate between the Keystone there, but in the end, I mean, he picked Conquer and it worked out just because he smashed lane and the rest of the team was smashing, so it didn't matter that he had a little bit less burst damage there. But we're gonna get the Pike and Thresh bans alongside that call here, so a little bit of switch up now. Pike the only consistent ban now through all 4 games for 18k, but double support ban feels bad. I think Panda demands it, but it feels bad. I think.
And there's the Aurelia.
Yeah, there it is, man. Trade one problem for another here. Sejuani first pick into Aurelia. I feel like that could be an option, like pick Aurelia, and maybe try and counter the Raven with something that you think they're going to pick here. But they're going to go for Sejuani. Maybe try and play safer scaling combos in here. But Aurelia Silas for Blizzard certainly could be troublesome to deal with here. I wonder where the Silas is going, actually, because Fallen, like we said, tank player mostly, but he started playing Kindred during some metas, Xin Zhao. And now maybe he'll pick up the Silas. We'll see.
Yeah, I know the Silas jungle mainly came about because it was a good answer to the Sejuani, because the Sejuani really relies on getting to 6 to be able to do stuff. So the Silas just fine with, handshaking and saying, yes, I will take just power farming to 6 and have your ult that does a little bit more damage to help me out in those 2v2 situations in top lane. Or
mid
lane. Yeah.
I mean, on like kind of a serious note, top lane might be super pivotal though, because Yorick has a big impact on games, and if he can get this full push going, because like certainly champions can 1v1 kill him, but like sometimes Yorick will just like ignore someone and just start killing a turret, and you're like, well, I can't really do anything because I can't kill him fast enough, and then he just kind of walks away. So like Yorick, when he's in a game, he kind of demands this respect. Like if he starts getting going, he gets that Triforce early, or just gets the split push items going. Gets the rot, as Sir 2G would say.
Gates.
Yeah. Then I don't know. I just started thinking about 2G, just the way he speaks. But Yorick, he becomes very scary to deal with here. But speaking of scary, the Draven picked up here, as we were kind of thinking about the Draven available now from Blizzard here. Indigo, another early game focused AD champion. And up against Misfortune once again from Lumi, but Draven's scary here, and I think Loving Hand will get on an engaged champion. If he does that, like, how do you stop this bot lane duo here? Because they haven't been able to so far. 18k, very scared. They're going to ban away the Nautilus.
Yeah, and Morgana's still up, so it could help soften the blow of this bot lane and provide a little bit of security. They could also go the Yuumi, which is pretty strong. The Tristana banned for maybe the solo lane, so maybe they're looking to pick up the Corki for themselves.
Maybe the mindset there. Leona banned as well, so a lot of engaged options are taken away from Panda here, but there's still the Alistar. It's great if you want to get really spicy.
Or Bard.
Maybe Bard.
Which we saw in one series.
You could play Rammus.
Oh, there's the Braum.
You could play Rams. Okay, well.
Oh, the Alikaka Rammus, yeah.
Yeah, the good in.
Roam everywhere.
Yeah, the Braum gonna be picked up here. The Draven Braum, so tough to deal with here. And with the Morgana gone, which actually 18k took away, it's tough to deal with. The Winter's Bite. Once that lands, the concussive blows stack, and Draven will just run you down the lane and kill you. So, I don't know what the answer is here for the bot lane of 18k, but they're gonna have to come up with something real quick.
Yeah, and that Braum shield is gonna allow Draven just to stand behind him while Braum just tanks the entire MF ult and just get free hits off. So probably not going to see many ults from Misfortune, at least just in the bot lane.
Galio getting picked up. I think this is like old school now, but kind of a newfangled thing, at least in the recent seasons of League. The Galio support here, very, very powerful, but with the sort of change to his kit, the mana cost and the ult change, Galio really isn't as strong as he once was, and I don't think that he'll be able to stand up to the damage of Draven Braum. I mean, yeah. Maybe the taunt will buy time, but he's slowed when he is in the taunt. He'll maybe save Misfortune, but himself, I don't know.
Yeah, and the Galio, it fell out of support because of all the nerfs that he got directly to him in the support role. They buffed him in the mid lane, but it just wasn't enough. And now that Galio can't flash during his haunt, makes his all in just super weak. In the recent patch, he did get a little bit of damage back on his W, and the cooldown reduction on his Q is a little bit less. So he's a little bit stronger, but in the end, it doesn't really matter because his all-in engage isn't necessarily that strong. It's just like, why would you pick Galio when you can pick Alistar?
Yeah, that was always the big thing to me, was that the two things that made Galio a really great competitive champion was the flash taunt, or taunt flash rather, and then the ultimate. And both those things seem weaker now. Well, don't seem, they are. So, you know, where does his power really lie? And the wave clear is still there. He still has some decent things going on in his kit, but it just doesn't seem the same strength it once was. And now, being a melee champion up against this Draven Braum, like, even just walking up, I think is gonna be difficult for these guys here, because they can't hard engage. Maybe we'll get some jungle love early on, but I worry for 18K's bot lane once again here. And, with what Indigo and Panda have done so far, I don't doubt that they will be doing that once again here. But a very bruisery comp out of LZBLZ here. We got the Aurelia, Silas Mordekaiser, and then the Draven Braum in the bot lane here. Going to be getting in your face and doing tons of damage. 18K got the Yorick, Sejuani, Orianna, Misfortune, and Galio here. So the Yorick maybe is a win condition for them to get the split push going here, but if he falls behind, the Aurelia can kind of just kill him. Maybe the Mordekaiser can as well, and Yorick can't build double resistances here. He's got so many items to build anyway. So it's gonna be tough to get him going, but maybe if they do, they can leverage that in the side lane.
Yeah, but look at all these ults for Silas to steal. You have Orianna ult, you have Sejuani ult, you have Galio ult, you also have Misfortune ult, which could shred through teams, and you can also have the Yorick ult to help them in pushes. So this Silas pick is super strong, even though it was fairly early in the draft.
Yeah, so many good ults to steal here. Literally, I don't think there's a bad one. I mean, get Misfortune scales off AD, which Silas will be building, but the base damage...
it turns it into AP scalings.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah.
How much I know about Silas. I should really read the tooltip on him. But Yorick, he's a big split push threat, but can be neutralized by so many things. Silas has so many ults to steal. I just feel like there's not really a weakness right now. I mean, certainly the Siege isn't great from Blizzard, but I feel like they have such big die potential with the Aurelia, Silas stealing ultimates that could give them more die potential. How do you deal with this composition? It just feels so tough for 18K. I mean, they took game one. That game also seemed not to start off as well as you would have hoped for them, and they sort of turned that around here. So maybe they can have that same magic here in game number 4. We will find out in just a couple of minutes. Anything else to say before we get into this one?
Nope. I think that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it here. I mean, pretty much it. It's rough, I think, but who knows? Game 1 was taken by 18K. They had something going on there, and now the Yorick is kind of an X factor. So maybe he'll be able to come up with something big, maybe some big shockwaves. Who knows? They have lots of Wamba combo potential here. So we'll see if that can come through for 18K. But LZBLZ looking to take the match here up 2-1, and we're gonna get into it in just a couple seconds. So stick around here, and we'll be ready for game number 4. And the script says that this is the last game, so we'll see you guys for the last game of the series. Welcome back. Game number 4. LZBLZ looking to close out. You know, I was joking around. The script says that this is the last game of the series. We were talking about how this draft looks to be in favor of Lane Zero here. But well, actually, they got level 1 bombs, so hold that. We're going to talk about that later. We're going in. Another invade for Lane Zero. They've invaded 3 out of 4 games so far. They're going to find the Winter's Bite here on Sejuani. Not going to find the pullback with the Mordekaiser, though. Flash in the Ignite. Going to tick down Swoogie. He's going to go down. First Blood. Panda actually picks up, though, so not the ideal target. And he used both his Summoner spells for it. But first, you know, First Blood's not bad, and Swoogie is down that Flash here, so maybe potential aid from the sides later on.
Yeah, the First Blood gonna allow the Braum to get the boots, be a little bit faster, and might be able to react faster than the Galio in some of these early bot lane fights.
Yeah, that is going to be very scary here. You're getting early boots, especially the movement speed just to find Winter's Bite, can be very, very tricky to deal with here. Actually going to get to that blue buff, so thought that might be late to it, but no, Lane Zero is going to get there in time. And it can be a bot side start for both junglers here. But anyway, what I was saying is, you know, I was looking at the, you know, I was worried about 18k, but I was looking at the team comps when we were loading in, and I was like, there's a lot of really good ultimates here. Like, Sejuani, you know, comes in here, then you got the Shockwave coming down and make it, like, or, you know, then you have the Misfortune ulti coming down on top of it all. Like, you know, if there's a really good engage here, especially with the melee champions on the side of Lane Zero Blizzard, like, they're gonna have to be very close into the enemy team here, and they can get all grouped up and just, you know, just murdered by that Shockwave here. So I think if Charsensei comes up big with a big ultimate, maybe a great engage here from Swoogie, you know, and then the Galio comes down on top of it all, you know, that's kind of, I think, what you're looking for if you are 18k here. I think that's kind of where they find their advantages, where they find their big wins. So you know, maybe that's what they can do here. But a new matchup top lane, we don't see this too often. We got Tom Kent Aurelia, but now we got Mordekaiser and Yorick here, and Paddle already taking the worst end of that trade. Jung Tao doing a great job with those ghouls, and already got that Mordekaiser pretty low.
Yeah, I was cut off. I was like, wait, more top. I had to slide them around.
Yeah, a little bit of lane swap here. Paddle actually doing up the top lane, and Karu gonna be in the mid lane with that Aurelia.
Yeah, but I think these matchups are a little bit better.
Yeah, I think so. The Aurelia, it puts a lot of kill threat onto that Orianna for sure. Especially get that level 6 advantage. You know, if you get that level 6 a little bit earlier here, that's an all-in window here. Is TP. No Ignite, but now a level 2 trade here. Indigo getting very low. Lumi firing a lot of damage onto him. Braum not able to block a lot with the shield. She was actually in the wrong direction here, so Panda and Indigo not playing that fight particularly well here. And Illumi and you know, Toon's getting something back here. They've had struggled in the last 2 games here. Game 1 was, you know, a decent landing phase for them, but game 2 and 3 weren't. Now game 4, they're sort of recovering a little bit, getting back to their earlier form. And now in mid lane, a stun lands. Charsensei in trouble here. Flash away. Follows Akaru, gonna find the kill. Now, Swoogie coming in, he finds the flail onto Akaru. He's gonna find the stun and the last auto. Swoogie will find the kill onto Akaru. Jung Tao and Paddle going at it here. Jung Tao getting very low. The Paddle will find the kill there. Here comes Indigo. He's gonna get down a double kill. Or, excuse me, Lumi gets 1, Toons gets 1, but a 2v2 win there for Toons and Illumi. Gonna find the kills there onto Panda and Indigo. That's a straight up 2v2 kill as well. No jungle assistance at all.
Yeah, and as we were like saying during the draft, you know, you ban the Thresh, but then you also let up other stuff like the Draven and the Irelia. But you know, the Draven just got killed by the bot lane, so it's looking like it was worth trade.
Certainly in the bot lane, but the Irelia already has 1 kill. You know, ended up going down, but she's got a kill, you know, an assist from that first blood. I think she's in a pretty good situation here, and that Orianna's gonna have to be very, very careful of her. So, yeah, it's sort of like a trade, you know, and the bot lane doing well is amazing, right? Because that has been a really rough lane for the past 2 games here. So if that can be a positive lane here for 18k, that'll be huge for them, and that'll give them another thing that they can look to help win this game number 4, and you know, give them another shot at taking the series here.
First dragon coming up is going to be that Ocean. So although they're ahead in the bot lane, they're not getting any leniency on the dragons that spawn.
There's a Cole for the Draven as well, so he's sacrificing a lot of early power, which is generally not what you want to see on the Draven here, but maybe he's planning just to farm it out to 2 items. Maybe he's going to kill here or there if he can. But play a bit safer here now that they've lost that first 2-2. Flash in! Finds a taunt. Toons. Indigo and Panda is in his sights here. Here comes Sawugi, gonna find the Arctic Assault onto Panda. The stun land onto Indigo. Panda, he's the last one alive in this bot lane. He's gonna get knocked up and killed. Oh, double kill there for Lumi. Finds the auto attack. 3-0-1 now on this Misfortune, and the farming out plan is not working out so far for Indigo.
Yeah, and you think that's gonna just turn straight into the dragon. Fallen not really in a position to steal it, so probably gonna go for free.
I mean, nothing to be gained back here. Gold lead already over 1,000. Just 6 minutes in here, because the way the bot lane has gone here. So 18k in a decent spot here, especially after losing First Blood level 1. Like in the draft, we were sort of criticizing a little bit here. They feel, maybe they know better than us. They're coming out of the gate blazing here, and now. You're not really scared of this Draven at all. He's a very weak point, and a Draven that's behind is pretty useless. He's got hard CC, I guess. Like, he can knock people back, but it doesn't really do a whole much. So, that really doesn't do anything for them. They just have their soul laners and their jungler right now that can really do much.
Yeah, the Misfortune's the only one who's really gotten ahead though. The Sejuani and the Gallia are kind of like tagging along with the Misfortune, but you have the immobile Misfortune into the Mordekaiser as well as the Irelia. So even though she's ahead, it might not matter when these team fights start breaking out, as Mordekaiser can just take her out of these team fights.
Yeah, that's always something that's so tough to deal with. You get the QSS, I suppose, and that can nullify it. But already in the bot lane once again. Okay, missed a little bit by Sawugi there, and that will actually stop the gank as the TP's coming in. Here comes Paddle. Gonna get taunted here by Toons, but Sawugi, he's gonna get put in the death realm, and Paddle is gonna chase him down. Paddle is gonna send him packing back to the fountain. Paddle comes in with a TP, gets his second kill of the game. Nice TP helping on his bot lane, turned that gank around, and now Indigo and Panda have something to smile about. And Zakaru also made the roam down, but didn't actually end up going all the way there. Going to come back and make sure he gets that cannon. Ulti actually going to drop down. Akaru's going in. The Shockwave going to buy a little bit of room for Char Sensei, and that will spark the disengage here for Akaru. He's only got the Crop Potion, a Doran's Blade, and a Nitron Cloak there, so he doesn't have a ton of damage yet.
Yeah, but once that damage starts coming in, and she gets that Triforce, it's going to be a little bit harder for
Here
this.
Here comes Fallen as well. The gank in the mid lane will actually just be dodged by Char Sensei. Great sides up there, and Fallen, once he misses that hard CC, can't really do much else on gank here. About to pick up that level 6 as well here. Both junglers about to hit that mark, and that'll be big, for them. Again, you were talking about the ultimates earlier on. They actually have power farmed that much. Like, they've been a bit more aggressive here. Sejuani has been very aggressive. The Silas has looked for a few ganks, so... the power farming hasn't really come in, but we've now reached this level 6 mark, and I think that'll spark even more fighting. I think when these ultimates are up.
Yeah, one thing to note about the Silas is he went for the Aftershock this game instead of the Conqueror, so definitely not going to be healing a lot. The W will still be a lot of healing for sure, but at least he doesn't get the healing from Conqueror as well.
Silas doesn't heal a lot. Okay.
He heals a lot with the W, but he won't be healing insane amounts with the Conqueror as well.
He won't be a broken champion. Let's,
well, too broken.
Yeah, too broken. For real, though, that is important to note, right? Those sustained team fights. That initial engage, he'll be very tanky for. It'll be super hard to kill him. But, if you go later on in a team fight, if they don't, win that team fight off the bat, Silas will be, a lot less power for sure without that Conqueror rune. Now the Merc Treads, the Sheen coming in for a car in the mid lane, that's going to be scary here. Paddle as well. He's picking up a few items for himself here. Then we go for that Leandri's first, it looks like. Usually going to be followed up with a Rylai's big 2 on power spot for the Mordekaiser. Especially allows him to get, through all that health that the York will have as he picks up that Phage, and very clearly going for that Triforce here.
CS looking fairly even across the board. Galio up, 10 CS on his laner. Doing well for himself.
Yeah, basically, double the CS. I mean, that's a pretty big margin, right? Double the CS of your lane opponent. I mean, pretty impressive work by the Galio so far. Toon's doing a really good job there. Last thing they say it isn't important for supports, but I beg to differ. And we do have, actually, Let me throw these quick timers on. As we get an all in the bot lane here, Toon's gonna get knocked up here. Indigo going in, will get taunted, but the stun will land here. Big ultimate from the Misfortune here, but will be blocked mostly by Panda here. And now a bunch of people coming into the bot lane. It's gonna be a party here, so we come in, finds as Lumi actually gets the kill there. Indigo gonna be chased on, double kill for Illumi now, and it looks like Akaru will find one kill, but now Illumi in trouble. Akaru gonna find a second kill here. He's gonna get stunned up here by Swoogie. Toon's coming in, and Swoogie will find the last hit there, finds the kill, and a messy play bot lane. 3 for 2 overall, though. It looks like, in the end, 18K taking the better end of that one.
Yeah, 18K definitely coming out on top. Their Misfortune just allowed to free fire onto the Draven.
Oh, Jung Tao on the top lane will find the solo kill, running down Paddle. Actually picks up the first kill for him in this game. The solo kill there. The Yorick doesn't even have Sheen yet, just the Phage and some daggers, and just rain Paddle down with that ultimate and the ghouls.
Yeah, this Yorick, the kill going over to him is less than ideal, because as you said in draft, once he gets ahead and starts getting that Triforce and getting, those items that allow him just to take towers and ignore you, it's very, very difficult to deal with.
Took a few courses in Breachology for sure. And now, this Yorick, he's not up a crazy amount of CS here, but that kill certainly gets him going. And now he's just completed the Triforce here. At 12 minutes, it's a decent mark on the Triforce, so it just feels really good, I think, if you are on this Yorick. You can, okay, hold on. On the mid lane, we got a big all-in here. It looks like Shockwave thrown down, and Akaru, we wants to fight here. Going in, one more auto. No, will not be able to do it. Char Sensei ends up winning that one with the help of the turret. Now Fallen coming in. Not gonna be able to find the chains there to pull himself to Char Sensei, and so he comes in to make sure his mid laner is A-okay. A solo kill there in mid lane as Akaru gets a bit too aggressive.
Yeah, a little bit aggressive, and the Q, I believe it always puts you behind the person. So putting him behind him and making him go into that turret range.
But unfortunately, always tricky to sort of play around that turret range, make sure you're just outside of it, but also trying to chase down your opponent. And that time, Akaru strayed a bit too far, a little bit too big. Put on his extra big pants today, and hitbox got a little bit too large. The turret shot comes in, and he loses that 1v1 here, but still 3 kills. And he's working towards that wit's end, so hopefully that won't repeat itself for him. But now a play top to Fallen coming in for the gank, finds the Nog up here. Shockwave he stole is going to come through, and now into the Death Realm. The Yorick goes. The Mordecai is going to send him to the grave as well. Paddle gonna look for Swoogie, but no CC to find him. And they will back off, but a great gank from Fallen. They find a third kill now for Paddle and get back into that matchup here with his Leon who's completed.
And, we keep saying that the Yorick can just ignore you and take the tower, but he can't really do that when the Mordekaiser ult comes down.
Certainly not. That is a bit tricky here. Great play by Indigo to knock away Toons, but only by a little bit of room. There's Toons will actually stun a double taunt, and Lumi will get the kill here. Big ultimate there, and now Indigo gets away, but his support not so lucky. The bullet time, it's not that long of a cooldown, 96-second cooldown at this stage of the game, and with Essence Reaver, that's gonna be up quite a bit here. So that'll be big here. The Draven as well, he's struggling. He's about to finish that call, but this turret, he's probably about to lose it here, and was actually going in. Indigo trying for a little bit of a trade here onto a Lumi here. Bullet time is not available, and Indigo gonna go in. He's gonna find the soul kill and the shutdown. Karu now in trouble in the river here. Trying to dance around, but Char Sensei and Toons will combine for that kill. And Toons, well, he helped get the kill on the mid laner here. It allowed his AD carry to get solo killed by the Draven. Didn't get actually that many stacks off, I don't think. But he did get that kill, which is huge. He's going to complete the Infinity Edge here.
Yeah, that's the one, problem with Draven. Is if you get a return kill right after you die, doesn't really mean that much.
Yeah, he didn't
because
die.
You don't get those stacks.
He didn't die on that last play, but he did die recently, so he only had like a couple hundred gold off that. But he did get the shutdown, so it was like 600 gold for the kill plus his passive, which I think was like 100 or 200. So actually got a lot off the kill. Not not to say they didn't, but the passive certainly was stacked up to where you would like it to be. There's a game in the EU LCS today, or the LEC, whatever you want to call it, where the Draven got like over 1,000 gold off of his cash in. So. Pretty big stuff.
It's definitely fun to see the gold graph just jump up drastically when Draven gets a kill.
Yeah, it's insane the amount of gold you get off that. Like I know I've played Draven and gotten cash-ins where it's been like 15k, like 2k, or something nuts like that. It's just insane how much you can get off that passive. If you wait a little bit, Bakaru gonna be bumping into Suugi in the river there. And now stunned up here, and here comes our Sensei. Double buff for him. The Shockwave's gonna land here in Akaru. Down 2 levels on Char Sensei. This matchup has not been going the way he would have liked to for the last couple minutes, and he will die Char Sensei with the last damage he needed to find the kill here. 5 deaths now in the mid lane for Akaru, but he's still, relatively strong, about to finish that Wit's End here. So he can still do a lot of damage here, and the Raven's sort of back in the game here, and the Mordekaiser is so tough to deal with, so maybe Blizzard can pull together here, but this game is not gone at all the way we would have thought it would. Death from the go. Paddle trying to find Wang Tao, though, and will do it. One last smash of the mace. They will get the kill. Dragon goes over in the meantime. The Ocean Dragon, 418k, but a solo kill for Paddle in the top lane once again.
Yep, definitely very, very hard to ignore the Mordekaiser, and I believe if Yorick ults before the Mordekaiser does, the Maiden does not get dragged into the Death Realm.
Yeah, I believe it does stay outside. And now here comes the Galliot, the stolen Galliot from the Silas. Fallen coming in to join the fight with the bullet time. They do a lot of damage here. And now Fallen in trouble. Going to flash away after getting that heal, but now stunned up. And this looks to be death here. Trusting they coming in, the TP in. Fallen goes down. Here comes Indigo. He's trying to do something big here. Flashes the shockwave, but he will not survive, I don't think. And there is the double kill for Tristan. Here comes Akaru in. 1v3. Flash in, finds the kill onto Illumi. Now working onto Suugi. And the TP from Wang Tao will make sure that he does not get anything else. 4 deaths now in a row. Back to back, rather, I should say. And Blizzard, there's a brief moment of hope there, and all of a sudden it got shut down. They got the a shutdown themselves, but 4 for 2 trade is never a good one here. And now the Dragon will be taken alongside that turret.
Yeah, and this Irelia is gonna come, online a lot later, opting to go for that Wit's End first item to help deal with the Orianna. But the Triforce not gonna be there for a little bit longer. Has the Sheen, but that's pretty much it. Has the dagger for the longsword for the Phage.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see if this Irelia can turn up the heat and actually show that it was worth the bans.
So Essence Waver and Black Cleaver are complete now for the Misfortune. Yeah, the bullet time's on a 72-second cooldown. About to hit level 11 as well, so that'll be even more important. So the ultimate gonna be big here. I mean, the Brahmas neutralize a lot of the bullet time in these fights with the shield, but not all of it. A couple times the shield has been too early, too late, and the bullet time has done a lot of damage here. Karu misses that stun here, Fallen coming in, but I don't know if they win this 2v2, honestly, here. They're all level 10, and it wouldn't even be 2v2. Here comes Star Sensei as well. Indigo and Panda working in the bot lane here. Suugi finds the stun. Here comes the Galliot, but this time the real one. They knock up Fallen. They knock up Akaru. They're both gonna die. Double kill for Jar Sensei. That's the 7th kill of the game here. And the bot lane for Blizzard still working in the bot lane itself, trying to knock down this turret and maybe kill Wang Tao, but actually they will do so. Indigo out of nowhere, big crit, and then the ultimate comes through. They get the kill, but they're losing the rest of the map here. In the top side, the inner turret. They're gonna call it off and go for the Rift Herald instead of working out as a inner turret. But 18k, in a great spot here while the Draven is getting kills. He's not really cashing in a ton of gold, and now the map is just being destroyed while he's doing it.
Yeah, this bot lane trade definitely not worth it. Lost the top tier 1 and 2, I believe, as well as giving over another double kill to Char Sensei.
The more kills over to the Orianna does not seem like a good thing at this stage in game. She's so strong now. She's sitting on 3,000 gold. You can go back and buy a full item. 3,000 gold. Well, what do you think she's going to buy, Morello? 100% Morello. Right?
Oh my goodness.
Oh!
It's Morello. I mean, against Silas and against Double Conqueror, I guess it's warranted, I would say.
Fine. You can Bill Morello this game. But for real, Char Sensei going to pick up that, and it does seem pretty useful this game here. Healing
and
from
against Draven.
Yeah, healing from Draven. Aurelia has a little bit of healing with the Conqueror, and just she heals a little bit. Silas heals. Mordekaiser going to heal. So everyone going to heal, except for the Braum, I guess. I don't. Is he have any? No, he doesn't have any healing. So 4 members for grievous wounds, I think, is pretty valuable for Morello.
Yeah, I think 4 is pretty good to warrant it. Well, the Draven finally completing his coal. Gonna be able to cash in on that whenever he wants.
Well, it cashes in on Mac. He just sells it for the.
Yeah, you sell it for 100 gold, so.
So you get like you essentially make like 180 gold or whatever it sells for.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's pretty good trade if you're good at farming.
yeah, but, you know, I'm not good at farming, so why would I buy gold? But now the Rift Tail charging in the mid lane here. This is gonna be pretty important to stop. You're already on the inhibitor turret. Viking gonna start to break out. Into the Death Realm they go. Paddle gonna have to walk this one back out though. Her Sensei successfully just engages that one. Panda maybe looking for the engage. He doesn't have ult though. We already used it. Yeah, a lot of key ultimates already down here outside of Blizzard. Mordekaiser ult down. The Braum ulti down here. The Shockwave down as well here. But, you know, you still have so many key important teamfight ultimates for 18k, and Akaru is cleaning up the bot lane here, but they've got to worry about the mid lane. Huang Kao going in. Taunt gonna land onto one for Toons. Paddle in trouble. He's gonna go down. Indigo misses that. Actually doesn't really much damage to follow it up. Panda gonna flash away and use the stopwatch to survive. Fallen going in. Indigo finds the first kill though. He's got his axe back to find one more. Actually, no, Akaru gonna get one on the Toons. Double kill for Akaru. He picks up Swoogie as well. Huang Tao and Sensei are running away. They're going to make it out here, but a big team fight win for lanes here. They lose the inhibitor turret, but they keep the inhibitor importantly, and they win team fight, getting themselves back into this game.
Yeah, that was a massive ult from the Irelia. Just landing on, I believe, 4 or 5 members of 18k. And able to just really make the team scattered and try to run away, and Draven able to pick up those hills on the backside.
Very, very big there. I mean, Draven not scaling any carry you think of, but I feel like is just as good as Misfortune in the late game. To me, now certainly she's a big team fight potential, but again, that can be nullified by the Braum here, and you got a lot of mobility, certainly to dodge out on that with the Silas, the Aurelia. You know, so the bullet time may not be that, you know, impactful. And the Draven just, he hits like a truck. You know, if you get 2 or 3 crit items and, you know, a ton of AT with that Bloodthirst, that Infinity Edge, you know, Misfortune, you know, Orianna, they just take so much damage from a single axe crit that, you know, you can sort of be that late game carry you need to be with just that raw damage output, you know, at least comparatively to the enemy, you know, the enemy carry here. And Aurelia scales as well, so Blizzard, I feel like, you know, they've accrued their items now. They got the Triforce, they got the Infinity Edge, they got the Bloodthirster, and some key item pickups for them. Maybe they can pull together now.
The Misfortune going for the Bork. It's fairly late in the game, but I do think it is still pretty good on her.
Life still never hurt anyone, so she's gonna pick it up. A little bit of max health damage, which works great against the Mordekaiser, or rather, I think it's current health damage actually on the board. But it does really help on those health stacking champions like Silas, like Mordekaiser, you know, because he's got that proto belt. But right now we're dancing on this inhibitor, and already halfway down. They're gonna go into the engage. Here comes the team fight. You know, the Death Realm they go. Paddle might find his target. He's working on Lumi here, but right now, a big ult from the Gallia will actually find 2 knockups here, and that's the team fight win here. Huge play by 18k, and now Paddle the only one remaining here. He's 1v3. He's got a lot of healing, but not enough. Char Sensei, Huang Tao, and Toon survive. Double kill for Huang Tao. They win the team fight. I believe we're going to see the TP back. Yep, the TP coming back. Huang Tao also has TP, so he can do the same thing if he wants to, but right now, just Orianna going to go back to base and come back. Here comes the TP, and now they're working on the Nexus turret here. About 10 seconds left here on the mid lane here. Karu can come back, but I think that's going to be it here with the Triforce box. That'll be the game here. Huang Tao, Toon, and Char says they're going to close it out here for 18k. In a game we thought they didn't have any chance of winning, they take it in a pretty dominant fashion as well, pretty quickly. Didn't even need the Baron. They win a team fight around the inhibitor and end the game.
Yeah, Lane Zero definitely wanting to get out of that game, swipe it off their mind, get, you know, prepared for the next game. And really rethink if the Draven and the Irelia were worth it. But it looks like 18k have all the answers to what Lane Zero wants to pick now.
It seems like it with the Thresh ban. Yeah, they give over the Draven, but without the Thresh, without the, you know, the hard engage support they were looking for, no Leona, no Nautilus, nothing. You know, they have a Braum, but Braum doesn't really hard engage as well as other supports do. And without a jungle gank early on, you know, they can't really find that big cash in. In fact, he died before you have a chance to really build any stacks. So, been fortunate there for them. But, this means we got a game number 5 here already in the lobby here. So we're just gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in just a couple seconds here for game number 5 between 18K and LZBLZ. And I think on the same, no, they're actually switching sides here. So we may be seeing something new here as LZBLZ out of the first pick. Here are game number 5. We are in Champ Select. Lane 0 swap sides though. The first time in all 4 games have been played on red side for Lane 0. 18K on blue side. This time we're gonna have the swap here. Lane 0 gonna go onto the blue side. 18K onto the red side. So, it seemed like both teams were pretty comfortable with what they were doing. But now Lane 0 like, all right, we lost the game. We're gonna switch it up. We want to secure a first pick with something really important, something we really want here. Force important bans, to make sure that, we get our hands on the right stuff here. Looks pretty similar here to game number 4. Thresh getting banned away, Kled and Nico for Blizzard, and then 18K. I assume they'll do something similar here. Probably ban away the Pike, and maybe they'll switch it up. I mean, Irelia didn't do a ton. Maybe you can leave her open again.
Yeah, the Pike gonna see the banhammer. And then we'll see if they stay with the same bans and ban the Renekton, and do. And then they'll probably ban the Akali again, possibly. Yep.
And the Akali, leave open the Irelia. Sejuani first pick here for Fallen. I mean, certainly has been very good for him. He's performed well in the champion, but it's sort of surprising to me that they would go to blue side specifically just to first pick Sejuani. Like, it just seems weird to me. But it is very important. It was very effective for Sui in the last game, and Fallen certainly wants to be on that. So I guess it makes some sense here. But Lumi gonna get his hands on his fortune once again here. That has certainly been good for them. In game number 4, was very, very effective in the bot lane here. Jorgen picked up once again. So it looks like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. 18K going back to a very similar composition that they had in game 4, at least going to try to.
Yeah, definitely sticking to what worked last game. But the only, risk with that is, the other team's going to know exactly what you want to do. So the same game plan might work twice, but the likelihood is it probably won't.
Nautilus getting picked up. That's important too, I think. Having hard engaged support there for Panda and Indigo in the bot lane is going to be really nice for them, because they were definitely wanting that. Maybe they'll go back to the Draven here. But game number 5, Draven's such a volatile champion. Maybe they won't want to do that. Instead, they're going to go for the Xayah. So Nautilus Xayah seems very, very scary as an all-in composition. Not going to get not going to get the lovers duo down there, but Nautilus and Xayah certainly pair very well together. And I think that this will be much better here for Panda. Having a hook champion, having a hard gauge champion, I think that's what he wants. That's what he fares best on. So securing the Nautilus, great pickup for them here, as looks like it's gonna be going back to the galley here for Tunes.
Yeah, I don't think there's quite enough bans on blue side to ban out or on red side, you can't ban and pick 4 champions, so you can't take away all the host champions. So Nautilus is gonna fall through. And the Nautilus is going to be very good with the Xayah. Any support that really has a lot of lockdown CC and allows Xayah to free fire as well as get her own CC off definitely is a big advantage in bot lane.
Certainly is. We got Mordekaiser ban, Orianna ban, so the mid lane matchup, well, I guess the soul lane matchups will not be the same here, as the Mordekaiser was swapped. The mid laners were playing it, but they ended up swapping lanes there. Lane 0 Blizzard did here. Cast will be banned away as well, so we'll get to see that for another game.
So probably the Azir ban's going to follow that, because you think, the Kassadin did fairly well into the Azir. Didn't really die much, so that's probably the mindset from the side of 18K.
I mean, maybe they have another pick, though, to combat the Azir ban, or the Azir pick, rather. Maybe Paddle has something he's planning that he's like, all right, I'm going to play this if they pick Azir, and we're going to ban the Jarvan instead, so that we have, like, I'll counter the Azir, so that way we can get a better jungle matchup. Maybe that's kind of the mindset here for them. Going to be the Skarner. That'd be interesting. We'll be the Skarner in the end here, so more powerful ultimates. I mean, could grab the Silas if they want to steal those, but, just wombo combo potential last game with the Orianna here. I feel like it's more pick potential this game here. You go into the Skarner, the Galio locks him up after, get the Impale, and then, this Fortune just with her damage can delete that one target here. And right now, I think that, that may be the mindset for the competition. Both the Yorick split push still very good here. So maybe that'll be what ends up happening here. They still have a mid laner to pick on the side of 18K, as lane 0 are going to go with the Aatrox, and now it looks like Vladimir here, so if they were going for pick potential, I mean, it's kind of difficult to find a pick, actually, now that you look at the enemy composition. With a Vladimir, Aatrox is the only really good target. Everyone else has invulnerability or is super tanky and has ways to dash away.
Yeah, it's the Skarner pick is very hit or miss. You either see it really do well in Strive, or you see it kind of, struggle to do what Skarner wants to do. And into this team comp, it looks like it's going to be very difficult for the Skarner to do what he wants.
Alrighty, so we'll be a Syndra in the mid lane, so more AP damage, a mage in the mid lane here, like last game for Char Sensei, but Vladimir, don't see this one too often, but certainly a champion that can really pop up, do some crazy things here. Looks like we're going to get a 4 TP game once again. Besides game 1, we've had 4 TP, I think, every game. Since then, the team's been very focused on the globals here. And I think that, Blizzard, game 4 was certainly champions they were comfortable with and they liked. But I feel like Fallen is on ultra comfort now with Sejuani. Panda's back on something he really feels best on. I feel like this game is a little bit... it feels more comfortable for Blizzard here. 18K, they also are on pretty comfortable champions, it seems. But we'll see if they can come up big once again here. The pick, again, the Skarner feels like it's going to kind of tough for him to find a target. Because, usually you have to buy QSS, but like Xayah and Vladimir probably don't. And those are the 2 carries. Those are the people you want to be killing here. Aatrox the only one who really has to buy it, I think. And once he does, it's like, who do you really go for?
Yeah, it's pretty hard. You can go for the Aatrox, but if you don't kill him, then you're just putting Aatrox, in the middle of your team. He's just going to be able to ult and then get all that healing from. I assume he's going to have Conquer, but he might have Electrocute. But yeah, he'll be able to just get healing off, and then the rest of the team's just going to follow up with so much damage. They have the Vladimir, they have Xayah. And if you're grouped up trying to kill that Aatrox off the Skarner ult, it's going to be very easy for Vladimir to get that big ult that he wants.
Still, though, it is possible you burst him down Syndra. Speaking of burst, Syndra pretty good, Misfortune pretty good here, so there is the potential to just burst him down before you can do anything here, and maybe they won't play a pick-oriented team comp. They'll just use the Skarner ult as something in the team fight itself, or they'll just use the Skarner as a way to get advantages early with lots of ganks. Once he picks up those Predator boots and just be mid-game terror running around the map here before everyone can get, the QSSs, before everyone can, if you open up a long side lane, maybe Skarner can be useful there as well because you just don't have anywhere to run to. So we'll see what he can do here, but it's going to be game number 5. It's going to be a pretty intense game, I think. You know, certainly going to be a lot of action, I think, with a Skarner on board here. Fallen's on Sejuani, you think a little bit slower of a jungler here, but that's where he likes to be, and I think he likes to gank a lot. So I think should be a lot of action. We're back on a hook champion for Panda. Galio certainly wants to get in your face and brawl a bit, punch you a little around. So I think there should be a lot of stuff going on. Your Aatrox, York, not even to mention them. They're scary as well. So we'll be getting game number 5 here in just a second. Back, game number 5. Well, this will definitely be the last game.
Yeah, for sure.
That's for sure. I don't think you can tie in League of Legends. I mean, maybe you can. I don't know. I've never had one happen before. But maybe this won't be the last game. I think it will be, though. Pretty sure about that here. So the script was wrong, clearly. Trevor, maybe I got a bad copy. Maybe I need a revised version.
Yeah, there was a reprint.
There was a rewrite, a little bit of rewrite there. Production's always just crazy. You get never on the same page here, but this time no invade here from lane 0. They have the Nautilus, but not going to go for it. In fact, looks like they're just going to go ahead and get some Spires here. Blizzard actually going to take both. It looks like though, so that's nice. I guess in the game, not too big a deal, I don't think, but it does help a little bit.
Yeah, that's good. You're never going to turn down gold. No one's ever going to be like, oh, 1 gold? Nah.
So I think that we're going to have a Raptor start from Skarner here and a blue buff start from Fallen here on the top side on that Sejuani with that leash from the top window. So Akari is gonna be a little bit later to lane here, so they will know where the Fallen is, and Skarner whereabouts will not be really known. It looks like Illumi and Toons kind of faked out the leash as well. They didn't walk in the lane right away, so Skarner's whereabouts might be a little bit, a little unknown for the time being here. As actually some pings going down, so it looks like they think Skarner is on the bottom side of the map here. So that could be pretty helpful for Skarner. With the enemy team not really knowing where he is, and it's nice here. We'll be the conquer there from The Aatrox as trade in mid Char Sensei. Taking a bit out of that once again here, but the Vladimir, I think just waiting for those levels to get into that transfuse here and being sort of revved up, getting that engine rolling, and then you can really start to do some crazy amount of damage on this thing here. So the Syndra, I think, got to punish him before that really comes in here, and Char Sensei's doing the best. Already got some poke down on him.
Yeah, and this game is gonna be fairly good for Char Sensei since he does like to build a Morello.
Ah, true. The hidden value, really, of having a champion likes having a player that likes building Morello.
Yeah, it's strange that that lane 0 would pick into that. Pick all these champions that rely on.
I mean, that's really the biggest problem with their draft is they shouldn't pick any champion with healing. Then they could then Char Sensei's items are slightly less efficient here as Panda looking for the gank alongside Fallen Artemis here. They're gonna find the root and the stun now onto Tunes, but the TPs are coming in. 2 TPs here. And Huang Tao comes in, Karu comes in, but now we get another TP. It looks like from the mid lane here. Char Sensei coming in to join. That's 5-man bot here as a Karu. We're gonna have to flash away from that one. So double TP expended here, and the Vladimir's just sitting mid lane like, all right, I guess I'm gonna farm out here. And that double TP invested in the bot lane ends up doing nothing for 18k, which is a bit unfortunate for them. They're gonna have to wait a long time before that's back up.
Yeah, the Vladimir very, very happy to just, get a little bit of free farm, not have to worry about getting poked. And that's one thing you don't want for a Vladimir, is you don't want him just free farming. Because then he'll just get super far ahead and get out of control and just wipe your team.
Dead even CS right now, though. It was, you could see how he's struggling against that Syndra. So, the time spent alone was nice. Sort of got to know himself, work on himself. Self-care is very important, I hear. That's just something I read on the internet. I don't know.
Yeah, he got to reflect on his decisions.
Yeah. Just really taking the day, and I think that's important, right? For everyone to sort of.
Yeah, you gotta have some time for yourself.
Exactly. Treat yourself. As that stun actually gonna miss there from Char Sensei. And the TP is used by both top laners, so that'll be pretty even there. But the flash advantage here for Huang Tao is get coming in here. Looks like Blizzard's doing well in the 2v2. They're gonna flash forward, find the first blood. Panda gets a kill, but now a stun landed onto Indigo. He's gonna try and kite this away, but Swoogie, he's going in. He's trying to find the autos, but a pullback on the feathers, double kill for Indigo. He's gonna find both the jungler and the support now, and the TP came in from Paddle a little late. And kind of unnecessary in the end, but lane 0 Blizzard's bot lane, they're back in form here after a bad game 4, really, to be honest. They're coming back, firing here in game number 5, determined to take the series.
Yeah, they were really making sure that this script came to fruition.
Certainly, they don't want to be knocked out just yet, right? Trevor already put so much work in for that final script, and now they want to make sure that works out. Yes, we got lots of incredible storylines here. Now to flash away from Huang Tao, that seemed a little premature, but didn't want to get not hit by that third Q. That can certainly do a lot of damage when you are low. And Aatrox ping that Yorick flash here, so there maybe will be a kill window later on here when the Aatrox gets the ultimate, gets the flash back up, and the Yorick does not have his available. So maybe that'll be a potential window for him. And
just gonna slap around the top lane a little bit.
Yeah, the right now in the jungle, significant farm advantage here for this Garner, but not it's like basically like 3 camps ish. It's kind of weird because it's a 10 CS difference, so I think some of the lane farm is picked up, or they only cleared like part of Raptors or part of or assume part of Krugs rather. But right now, super strong Xayah here in the bot lane. Totally reversed from last game when they had super strong Misfortune here. So Fallen Artemis this time is the one ganking bot lane here. They're going to find the hook onto Tunes. They're going to find the root. They're going to find the kill. Indigo with his 3rd kill of the game here. And really, it feels like a reverse of last game here. The Sejuani's ganking bot lane, and they're finding the kills here. Great start here for Blizzard. Indigo 3 kills, as I said. 1 kill for Panda. Getting in on some of the action here, and now ganking the mid lane, maybe. Puddle can use the ultimate on Char Sensei, and that will spark the disengage here. Swoogie comes in with a Predator, but no ultimate yet. So he will back off here. Is the Mountain Dragon going to be started up?
Yeah, Vladimir ult very good at just using as a standing disengage. Don't really have to do anything too flashy. Just throw it down and kind of just walk away.
And Mount Drake, again, the RNG going to favor Blizzard this time around here. They, first couple games, the RNG was bad for both teams, but now we've had Drakes. The last couple games of the series have been very good. We've had Triple Inferno, we've had Mountains, we've had, basically no clouds, so that was good. As the Blue Elf will be stolen away.
And the lack of ocean, or the oceans have been a little bit lacking, which is fine. Yeah, you don't really want oceans on the side of lane 0 because that just allows the Morello to be a little bit stronger.
Yep, here comes the dive in top side, and the impale, and the kill. Huang Tao gonna pick it up with last hit. And really nice play topside there. No TPs, but they're still making good plays. 18K getting something back for themselves. They say, all right, bot lane struggling a little bit. Some things went bad early on. Despite that double TP play, we weren't able to get anything. Let's just go top lane. Let's get this Yorick ahead, get him strong, and be able to pressure those side lanes here. That'll be good for us. That'll be something we can do here. Paddle getting some time alone again once. Maybe getting lonely, honestly. Like, Paddle, it doesn't seem like Char Sensei really wants to be around him. He's just kind of leaving him, alone. And that just seems kind of rude to me. But good roam there for Char Sensei, and the CS advantage is still there in the mid lane.
Yeah, knowing that no one has TP and being proactive to make that play is a very good thing to see from 18K, especially when they're behind, being able to make plays and see where they can come out on top.
So, obviously, Triforce once again here for the Yorick. Will be Cleaver first, it looks like, on the other side. For the Aatrox, he's got that Phage already here, so not gonna get a Warhammer, just like a Rush CDR, gonna get a little more tankiness with that Phage. And movement speed as well, that's always useful. Gonna be Protobelt here first for the Vladimir. Gonna get the kill gem and a little bit of AP, so not gonna go for like a crazy Spellbinder build with like Death Cap after and just go some crazy burst. Protobelt gives you a little bit more health to survive and a little more mobility with the active, so helps out in team fights. Don't have the same burst, but I think better overall, more consistent than just one-shotting, carry. As the top player is going to trade here, Huang Tao going to miss the throwing. I don't know, what is he even really throwing? Is he like throwing mist? Like dark energies? I don't really know what that is supposed to be.
It's sand. He's throwing sand at him.
Throwing sand?
He's a Shurima champion now.
Pretty sure that's not the case, but whatever. Aatrox in trouble though. The Maid of the Mist coming in to help him. And Huang Tao forces the flash out of Aatrox. Oh, here comes Panda. The hook lands. Fallen Artemis. He's going to get the stun on it. Tunes and the bullet time. Not going to do enough damage there. Panda and Fallen camp the brush. They find the kill. Tunes going to go down. Third death for him. And what a nice gank. They're Fallen. Only a second successful gank, but it is a nice one here in the bot lane here. And now, dive. Huang Tao is trying to do it solo here. No help for him. Aatrox warding him off for now. Gonna try and kill them in the mist, but won't throw us down the third Q. Huang actually is to flash out. He took aggro for a second. And now, the duels maybe gonna do the work for him. May just do it. Huang Tao, he's trying to farm up here underneath the turret. The Aatrox will get out. He's gonna try and back in the brush here, but Huang Tao's giving chase. Char Sensei coming in. You're gonna miss the first couple abilities here, and a little bit of sidestep only buys so much time there. And yet, the crew will go down here, and now Paddle's just gonna be knocked back by Char Sensei here. So successful dive, I guess. I mean, like, it's kind of messy, but they got the kill in the end.
Yeah, all that matters is you get the gold. Nothing else matters. As long as you get the gold and you look somewhat okay doing it.
I think other things matter than gold, in life. Like,
yeah, like personal time.
I'm not all about
time
material things. Yeah, like I don't need to have a million cloth armors to be happy. Like I can have like one Doran's ring and have mana forever. It's like it's fine. Or like a corrupting potion, and then it's like a broken laning item when I'm a mage. It's like awesome. But like I like gold. Don't get me wrong. I think sometimes some things are more important, like team camaraderie, having synergy. Like things like that. It's just really nice. And Morello. Like, if I could only have one item for the rest of my life, it would be Morello Nomicon for sure.
no matter the team comp.
No matter the team comp. I don't care if I'm playing Yorick. I'm building Morello for sure here. Swoogie coming in for the gank in the top side. Wong Tao, he's going to dive again, but this time he's got his buddy and Skarner here. That's what I'm talking about. Camaraderie. They finally kill. Wong Tao getting very low. The Vladimir goes down, and I think that might be the kill. No, will not be. Paddle just barely can't get it here, and actually gets trapped in the end here. Swoogie can get out as well. Very nice dive there. The Rift Herald in the bot lane.
Yeah, and Nasiah is just going to get a lot more gold from these turret plates. Going to pick up all of that gold from, I think, all 5 turret plates. So, pretty massive onto the Xayah. The Xayah's up. What is that? It's almost 2,500 gold.
It is. Yorick throws a globule of black mist, so it is mist that Yorick throws.
Yeah, I looked up the ability. It's called Morning Mist.
Yeah.
So take that how you will.
Yeah, not morning as in like early in the day. It's like it's death. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Yorick has a theme of death.
Yeah, Yorick.
It was kind of subtle.
Revolved around Graves. If people didn't know that little unique thing about the lore.
Yeah. He actually has a spade in his hand. That's kind of fun. Panda actually in trouble there. Flash forward. Chura Sensei though will not find the kill. The heal actually gonna save him. Indigo being a buddy. See, that's the stuff I'm talking about. Just being nice, being a friendly person on the rifts.
Yeah, solid bait to get Chura Sensei's flash.
Exactly. Big actually. The trade of flash for heal is really nice here. So Panda holds on to his flash. Just the heal used by Indigo, and now a gang topside. Karu's got some friends too, and Paddle coming in to help out. I think Wong Tao may be short-lived here. He's actually gonna have to dig his own grave. As he's going to the turret. This is the Yorick play.
Gates. He's trying to open.
Okay, I thought that Maul should do a lot more damage.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He's not that. It's not that bulky yet.
What he needs to do is he needs to build rot, and he needs to build a lot of health.
Just build a Warmogs.
Yeah, just build a Warmogs and a ZZ Rot portal, and play Udi, and then he'll be a split push god. Or Nasus.
No flash.
Decane. The Panda coming in, gonna drop the ultimate here on a Chura Sensei Indigo. He's gonna find the root, and Panda will find the hook, the kill. Galio ult a little bit too late here, and Paddle and Karu are working on this turret here on the top side. It's half health now, but we will prevent them from taking it for now. And Fallen
earlier to get that flash on Chura Sensei.
Yeah, Fallen pulling a Yankos there. Nice ultimate for sure. Turret will go down in the lane though. It was a zoning ultimate. It was a zoning ultimate.
Yeah, so obviously. Everything that they do is calculated. It's already in the script.
For sure. Now, the mid lane turret big going down here. The top lane turret going to fall as well. So all the outers down means that map control going to be seated over now towards Lane Zero Blizzard's side here. Carboss needing some gold back. Really going to help him out. He's down in CS, down in XP in that matchup. So that's going to be really nice to get him into a spot where he can team fight with teams. I don't think he's going to match Yorick. I think that sort of ship has kind of sailed. But I think the team fight, with it, especially with the powerful Xayah, just group around Xayah and just kill them, kill Baron, kill turrets. I think that's kind of the plan here, and just hope Yorick can't, end the game before you guys can end the game. While group, I think, is kind of, it would be the tact I would take at this stage. But I'm always afraid of split push here.
Yeah, split push always scary. Always got to be on your mind. Always got to keep tabs on it. Check that mini map. It's like the mini map's like when you're driving. You always got to check the mirrors. Always check the mini map.
I only look forward. I don't look back. I don't live in the past. I live in the present. I never look back.
I never look at my mirrors.
I never look at my mirrors.
And this Vladimir back gonna be spotted out by the ward. Not gonna finish it though. Gonna stay.
That's like, I feel like that's the greatest inspirational speaker. It's like, I never look at my mirrors because I never want to look back.
Never look at where you've been. Look at where you're going.
Exactly. Did you just run someone over? Don't look back. It doesn't matter. You're only going forward.
Yeah, their chapter has ended. Yours has just begun.
Yours has just begun. You're not playing Uni. This isn't the final chapter.
Yeah, there's more to life than just running one person over.
I mean, Ronaldo Nomicon, it used to be a book. Is it still a book? Like, can we make puns about that, or what's the deal?
I think it is.
Because I thought it was a spell, like a spell book thing going on. Oh, Tunes, buddy. Oh, he's smart. He's smart. He's a big brain player. Big brain player right there. And they're not gonna force the engage just yet here, but York in the bot lane. He's working on the split push here. He's starting to get going.
Yeah, he's getting it done. He's taking turrets. He's getting close to those gates. He's opening them slowly. And
So,
this dragon gonna be coming up soon. It's gonna be the Mountain Drake. So another lenient Drake here, by the script.
Yes, it doesn't feel too obvious. Like if this is Infernal, maybe it's too obvious. I don't know.
Yeah, if they gave him another 3 Infernals, then you're like, all right.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
something's
we
going
could
on.
still get 3 Infernals if they kill the dragons on spawn, I believe. So.
Let's see. What is it?
The math works
3
out.
minutes on spawn? Yeah. Or is it 5?
It's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes, dude. Get your shit together.
Yeah, I can't count.
But in the mid lane here, because of this dragon take, you know, the mid lane's gonna be open here. And with the Yorick, they're gonna take that turret down easily here. 18k, get mid lane turret, very nice for them. Gonna make getting priority on the Baron, walking in the river, a little bit easier for themselves. Even take a Skarner Spire here, why not? As Panda gonna have to run away from Swoogie here. He has no QSS for sure. He impaled. A flash impale by Swoogie onto Panda here. Great ultimate though is gonna knock 3 from Panda, but that's only gonna buy a little bit of time. Now Paddle is in trouble. He's going into the puddle. Huang Chao not gonna go in here. And that'll be a nice pickoff here. Just the support though, so will not result in much of anything, I don't think. And use the Skarner Flash. I don't know if that's actually worth in the end of things. Skarner Flash for support kill, I feel like isn't really that good because the Baron's gonna spawn in a minute, and you've got a 5-minute cooldown on your flash. Now that's not gonna be up, you know. And right now there's a window. Maybe he goes a little bit sloppy with the ultimate here. He doesn't use quick enough. He's got no QSS. You could find a pick onto him. I mean, same thing with Paddle if he doesn't use the puddle. You know, quick enough, you can find him. So I think the flash a little bit weighted here. You know, if Baron was up, maybe you pick the support and maybe you can do Baron, but even then it's iffy when you don't have the mountain. So.
Yep, they were a little bit behind though, and I think the pick allowed them to close the gap, the gold gap at least.
That is true. You get some more gold on some people there. So the raw gold there, but flash big cooldown. We'll see if it matters. It may not. Sugi may just walk up and impale him anyway.
Yeah, he could get something started. I think he does have Swifty boots.
Yep, got the Swifty boot for sure. He's gonna go fast.
Yeah, and he's almost completed the Righteous Glory. Yeah, that item.
He almost got it here. He has another 300 gold, and then he'll be able to buy the Righteous Glory. The Morel Namicon, though, is not a long ways off, Char Sensei. Only 100 gold in inventory right now. I just picked up the Oblivion Orb here, so... you know, another 1,400 gold-ish, and I'll get that one. That'll be big. Maybe you can read something in there, find... Get some nice information to win the team fight with, but right now Paddle is working on a I even said the name of this item earlier on in the game here.
Spellbinder?
Spellbinder, that's it. He's working on a Spellbinder.
Look at what Char Sensei's building. Are we
oh yeah,
surprised?
I just said that. He's about to get Morello.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty big. If he can get Morello, I feel like the game's just GG, right?
Is York gonna take away the blue buff from?
This is dirty.
He needs the stack.
Char Sensei's coming though.
No, he's got it.
This is awkward. Oh. This is awkward. This is awkward. Oh, okay. Char Sensei got it. It's okay.
Yeah.
York was just reaching.
Yeah.
No, dude, I wasn't gonna take it.
Energy.
Yeah, no. If you
yeah, obviously. What?
If you didn't come, yeah, I wouldn't take it or anything. No way, dude. No way.
And the Righteous Glory completed on the Skarner now. So that gonna be big, helping to get this pick. Might not need the flash, can just Predator past them. Get the Righteous Glory as well. And the Spellbinder's completed for the Vladimir.
Indeed, that's big here. You gotta stack that up first, but that is big for these team fights, getting the burst down. So he's gonna go get the best of both worlds, get the burst and the Proto Belt utility. And maybe Death Cap after this, maybe Zonia's. Who knows? Lots of stuff to be picked up here. Kara, though, in trouble. He's down 40 CS, and I think he's going to die here. So now we got to fight in mid lane here. Panda, finds the engage here onto Tunes. And now in the back line, big play by the Vladimir here. He's going to pick off that Syndra. And now just Illumi and Swoogie left. But Swoogie's going to go down. Panda going to fall as well. So the turret going to find the last shot here. Paddle going in. He wants to dive. He actually might die himself. Illumi firing back. The TP coming in here. Actually going to be canceled. The Aatrox cancel the TP. Dive coming in. Fallen with a flash. They find Illumi. Big pickoff here. The inner is going to go down here. And now just the Yorick left alive. Huang Tao going to try and save his inhibitor tower. He will do so for now. Another wave coming in here. Baron is a possibility, but they've already wasted a lot of time. So I think they're just going to back off. Maybe go for this dragon here, which is going to spawn about 30 seconds. Or maybe just back and play it really conservatively, but they use a lot of cooldowns for that. Team fight win. All flashes down.
Yeah, very good for the side of lane 0. Definitely good to get those kills and get their deathless 80 carry once again. Indigo definitely looking to get his deathless game this time around.
Certainly would be nice here. I think that him dying would be very pivotal. You know, we've seen shutdowns earlier on in this series, 1,000 gold shutdowns. But if there's 1,000 shutdown in this game, right, the goldie is only 3k. Like, it's not like it's a tanky goldie and like, oh, you give her 1,000 gold shutdowns. Like, it's bad, but it's not that bad, you know. But this game, it can turn the entire thing around here. If Indigo dies, especially if it's Suchar Sensei or Lumi or something, or even Huang Tao, you know, that makes the game very, very difficult for lane 0 without the amount of gold that would give the enemy team here. Another engage will come through here. Toon's gonna find the taunt here. Bullet time doing a lot of damage. Panda gonna go down here. Alright, both supports already dead. Paladin in the backline. Illumi is gonna go down here. The feather pull back. 1,000 will shut down the over though. Illumi gets the kill on the enemy they carry here. Now Fallen, the stoppage gonna buy time, but he's gonna die to Huang Tao. Now that both junglers are dead here, it's just solo lane is left alive. And looks like this will be a disengage here from Blizzard. They're gonna try and wrap back around and defend the turret in the mid lane.
Yeah, big shutdown there onto Indigo. Indigo paying the QSS tax, but not able to use it there. So gonna be behind 1,300 gold. And giving 18k a lot of free time to get some gold back, get damage onto structures. And we'll see this dragon is an ocean. So we'll see if there's a fight over it. I don't believe there will be. I think you just let the ocean go over at this point.
The ocean not too impactful. I mean, again, Morello, you know. Actually, would Morello even affect ocean? Because you have to be out of combat for ocean, right? Or can you be in combat?
We can just believe that it that it affects it.
Because you said that earlier, and I was like, wait a minute, is that true? I don't think that is true. But Morello's the best item, so how could it not be true?
Yeah, Morello does wonders. Morello wins games, obviously.
Save lives. Get a thank you for all the first responders in Morello Nomicon.
Morello lives matter. It's gonna be my new name.
Yeah.
And things are gonna go pretty stale as the vision war for this Baron is gonna go on.
Well, it seems like both sides have access to this. Like, it's not dominated, you know. Neither side has complete control right now of the river. So, despite, you know, vision being put down, just sort of trade it back and forth constantly, it seems like. Deathcap, though. Paddle is, well, he needs about another 800 gold. Yeah, I was just doing the math in my head.
Yeah, I think
that took
you
a while.
definitely want him to get that item before you fight again. It'll be a really big advantage for him to have that. I mean, he almost has the fully stacked Spellbinder, so that also going to give him a lot of movement speed and access onto the backline with a huge amount of AP burst.
The Yorick, though, he's got the Triforce, he's got Eric's Gauge here. Tanky, but the split push, I think, is pretty terrifying now. But the thing is, they haven't really leveraged him like that. You know, the TP's down right now. So, I mean, a grouped Yorick, I feel like, is just less effective and kind of evens out, you know, the goal difference between the top laners right now. You know, like, Yorick just isn't as effective. You can still do a lot if you have the Ghoul stacked up, if you have the Maiden Mist, but Okay, Akaru gonna pop the ultimate a little bit early here. Huang Tao maybe under fire here. Gonna have to flash over that wall. Paddle going in, but he's gonna get impaled and now dead. Paddle goes down. A big pick off there for 18K. I don't know if this will result in a Baron here, but the fight's still going on here. Akaru flashes out. Indigo, he gets stunned up here. Full time coming in. Indigo gonna have to do the ultimate. He's gonna flash away. Pull back the feathers, a lot of damage, but no kills coming through here. Disengage successfully from Blizzard. They use a lot of cooldowns now, and they lose their mid laner and top laner.
Yeah, a little bit of a throw there from the side of Blizzard, but I think they should have taken the flash and been happy with it and go back to kind of just farming it out and allowing this Vladimir to get that death cap and also allow the Aatrox to finish his I believe that's Death Stance that he's building.
Yep, definitely Death Dance. I don't think anything else built into that. We already had it. I mean, like, I don't know what Pickaxe builds into anymore, but I know it builds into Death Dance.
It builds into a lot.
It builds into Knight's Veil, I think. Just gonna name items now.
Edge of Night. That's the one you're thinking of.
Or Edge Knight,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Knight's Veil is the passive, I think. Or something like that. Yeah, I think it's the passive. I don't know what. I don't know. Dude, it's game 5. Like, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, it's almost midnight. It's too much thinking. But the Vision War can continue. The Vladimir getting. He has the death cap now, I believe.
So, double mountain, double ocean here. I guess you can look to Elder Drake now. Like, 7 minutes out. I mean, still a ways away here for lane 0. I thought I was lagging, but no, lane 0's just standing still for a second. They just like weren't really. Yeah, the Elder Drake's gonna be very impactful for them if they get to that point. So maybe that's something we can look to. Just delay the game until that point and try and do something with then, because the Misfortune's not getting any stronger. Whereas your Zai is continuing to ramp up a little bit here and there, and now you have the death cap on your Vlad. He's gonna get better and better here. So on the Aatrox will recover a little bit. Maybe that's what they look for here, but right now the game feels kind of stalled. It just seems like even when team fights are won, they're not won cleanly enough to actually get anything off of it.
Zaya's a little too far up on the top side. Might see something good down there.
Galio coming in alongside the Skarner, but Skarner's actually all alone. No one's following him. Okay. There's actually a bit of a problem here. Skarner has to flash over the wall. They find the ult, but now on to Tunes. Fallen starting up his team fight well, but a double stun here will buy some room, but Tunes gonna go down. The rest of the team abandoning him. The life of support for sure here. Paddle giving chase, gonna proc that Spellbinder. Tunes buying a lot of time though. This is actually very nice by him. He will go down in the end, but it may be a bit hard to take Baron here. Side. Yeah, Huang Tao coming in. He's gonna throw his minis here.
Aatrox gonna answer, has that TP.
This is big.
Char Sensei's TP is almost up.
Drag spawning, but no one cares about that. It's all about Baron and these turrets here. Playing out the minions, but it's going pretty slowly here. Huang Tao is taking aggro because of the Maid in the Mist. Proxeric's Gage here is working on the inhibitor. We got a play around Baron now. Panda trying to zone here, bullet time, and take a lot of damage here. The Baron, oh my goodness, so low, but it does go over in the end to Sejuani here. Illumi finding a lot of damage. Indigo gonna use let the feathers fly here. Now Huang Tao gonna find the solo kill and the inhibitor down in the bot lane here. The Baron, Power Regals are gonna come through, and it looks like a 2-for-1 across the map here, but they lose the inhibitor in exchange for the Baron here. Lane 0. Now have to make something happen off this Baron in order to justify that trade for sure. Vladimir flash, big cooldowns used in that last fight here, but Fallen still has the flash. Indigo will get his flash back soon here, and it looks like maybe the first dragon of the game gonna come through here for 18K.
Yeah, definitely gonna help them for when this Elder does spawn. If lane 0 does won't have that Elder Dragon with the triple Ocean Drake. It would be pretty brutal, especially for the side lane.
Be very, very tough to deal with here. The death cap though for Vladimir, 5-1 and 5. He kind of hurts at this stage. I think you have to be very, very scared. Double pen though for Char Sensei. He hurts as well. You have no Infinity Edge yet on the Misfortune. She doesn't feel like she's doing a lot of damage, I think, at this stage in the game, but Indigo on the other side is doing a lot here. So that is scary in the team fights. I think it's Char Sensei has come up huge with a big pick on a paddle or indigo or something in order to make a team fight work. You know, for 18K.
Char Sensei has the Void Staff, so figuring a little bit of something out, and I believe Vlad is going to the Void Staff as well. So not opting for the Morello this game. It could be, but I doubt it. Hopefully.
Yeah, Morello, Leandries, probably Zonia's. Or not Zonia's, probably Void Staff. We got Fight coming in here. Die coming in. Fall gonna protect that Stone Blade. And they're coming in with the damage here. Bullet time doesn't do a ton of damage. And looks like Runes will die. Indigo with the damage here. And Paddle in the back line. He's gonna go down here, but a double kill for Indigo means the fight is won. So far, at least, for Blizzard here. As, oh my goodness, that double tap almost found that kill here. Is actually, alright, Sport DCs, but he's dead already, so it doesn't matter. And it looks like they're going to have to back because the minions. Blizzard is actually going to have to send the Aatrox back home to stop those minions here. They're going to try to continue to siege. But Huang Tao and Illumi doing a good job of trying to keep these minions at bay. Fallen is healing up thanks to these Ocean Dragons. And they should be able to take this tower, I think, at least.
Yeah, I think the Yorick could have definitely forced a heart-racing moment if he TP'd bot, but not opting to do that. The Aatrox still has the TP, so it could join this pretty soon if he wanted to, but it looks like the call is to just back up and reset and get ready for this bot push.
Huang Tao giving chase, flashes in. Doesn't actually have any ghouls though. That's Mike gonna come through. Fallen re-engages here. Here's gonna be a team fight. Galio coming in. Fallen Artemis goes down here. That's one member already dead. Another Char Sensei picks off support. Down goes that Nautilus here, and that's a big pick off. Great chase there by 18K. They're going to get something back here. Probably a turret in the mid lane here. Indigo is still here for the wave there, though, and it looks like they're going to call off. Maybe head bot lane to try and end. That'd be really a kind of crazy call. The Baron has expired, but that would be tough to do. They're going to go for it there. They're going through bot lane. Going to look for the end. One Nexus Tower is very, very low. TP coming through. It looks like Huang Tao is joining. 5 members strong here versus 3. Fallen and Nautilus. Panda respawning in about 15 seconds here. They're gonna finish off one next to her Paddle. He's gonna go in deep here. The taunt gonna find one member here. Indigo doing so much damage to Huang Tao in the backline. Paddle in the enemy backline as well here. Pale gonna find Paddle. He's gonna try and go deep to get shut down. Big kill there. And another kill. Oh my goodness! Have they done it? ACK might have come back here, but here comes Fallen respawning, trying to do some damage here. Aatrox has to come huge. He finds one kill. Gotta find a second here. Huang Tao, he's trying to juke out. Suwugi, same thing. They're actually get out of this one. They find the kill on the Aatrox. Now just Panda and Fallen Artemis left. Fallen Artemis gets stunned up here. Well, next tower left. It goes down here, and now the Nexus is open. There's only 2 members left. Panda finds one kill. A big shutdown there on the Misfortune. The Nexus is so low. Fallen Artemis coming in, but they lose lane 0. Fall, 18K take it. A 3-2 series. Coming back down from 2-1. The scoreline, it looked bad. They were losing significantly, but game 4 and 5, they come back with team comps we questioned, at least in game 4, but an amazing comeback here. And in the end, 18K take the series 3-2 over Lane 0 Blizzard.
Yeah, that was a very impressive end by the side of 18K, just, you know, deciding to go for it all and try to end the game, and it worked out for them. The Yorick able to get the kill onto the Xayah, I believe, at the end. I think if she lived and was able to heal up in the fountain, it would have been a problem for 18K, but luckily she went down before the fountain was able to heal her up too much.
Just barely killing the Xayah there. Very, very big. And again, I think we really did get the wrong script there. You know, Fallen. I guess you know it's kind of boring if you just see the same teams over and over again here. So it makes sense that Trevor would you know, write a little bit of a different script this time around here. Blizzard are going to actually fall in the conference finals. I'm surprised a little bit here. Not that I doubted 18K was a good team, but Blizzard, they just been so good. And you know, again, Fallen, he rigs the game, so like I don't really know what to say other than that. But this time around, didn't pay enough to riot, and down they go here. Again, 3-2. You know, coming back from 2-1. Again, it looked really rough, but the Yorick pick was huge. You know, 7-1 and 7 in that game. I think game 4 exerted a lot of pressure on the map as well. It just changed everything there, and the change to picks and bans really helped them out throughout the series there, especially on the latter half. And the Yorick came up huge. The Misfortune was big as well. Found Piccolumi was best on, and Char Sensei played, I think, unique champion in almost every game, if not every game. And performed well, performed admirably on all of them here. And congratulations, GG to both teams, and congratulations to 18K. Gonna move on to the finals.
Yeah, I think Morello, every time it was built, the team that built it won it. Could be wrong though.
Yeah, and no one actually bet. No one bet for 18K.
Oh, really?
No one bet for 18K in the cookies race there. Yeah, not that I thought 18K was bad, but like it just felt like, it's Blizzard. They're kind of gonna make it to the finals, and then maybe they'll lose, maybe they'll win. Wow, surprising one for me here, but it just proves that 18K is a team to be reckoned with here, and maybe some teams, some teams. There's only a couple teams left, but maybe some, maybe going into finals, someone will be able to figure out, something. Maybe ban away the Misfortune, maybe ban away the Yorick. But certainly that's not, it's easy. Like we talked about, like ban away something, you just, there's another problem, right? Because most of these players can play multiple champions, right? So, wow, really incredible series there. Felt over for a little bit, but really nice job 18K and Laser Blizzard. I'm sure we'll see them again soon, but this time around they're gonna lose here. And wow, what a game here. I don't think we have anything else to say on that, unless you got any closing remarks on the series there. But I'm kind of speechless, to be honest. And a little bit of a crazy end for game number 5.
Yeah, I think Char Sensei really held to his fundamentals and built that Morello.
Yeah.
And was able to just, at the end of the day, be the better player and come out on top against Lane Zero.
Yeah, so the good news for Fallen, Lane Zero is still in it. The Inferno, though, will be going up against Akuma Blades tomorrow. It'll be the number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed in the Cream Conference. 18K the number 3 seed here, so they're going to move on now. I believe that means they won't have priority in side select no matter what happens tomorrow. So that's a slight disadvantage, but it's not too big here. But Lane Zero Inferno taking Akuma Blades tomorrow in the Cream Conference Finals. So maybe Fallen will get a victory in some sense. Who knows? But that should be another good series here. Akuma Blades Inferno, very good. And that'll obviously decide who plays 18K on next week for the finals, the league finals. Sadly, it's all come to an end. But yeah, crazy game tonight. Thanks for everyone for sticking around and watching. Even if we called Char Sensei trash at one point, we didn't mean it. We swear.
It's a meme.
Char Sensei, he built Morello, so he's got to be good.
According to LS.
Yeah, exactly. So, some weird things in the chat. I don't know what they're saying, but we're gonna move on from that. Thanks again for watching. We appreciate it. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube. I am not Keo, COEUS. Anything else to say? You want to plug some stuff, Ward, or are you good?
Plug the merch.
Plug the merch.
Pride.com/parallax. Go check out the merch.
Merch link in bio. There actually is a bio on the Twitch page if you want to support us. There's some stuff you can buy, links and whatnot for any of the new people around here. But fantastic series. GG to 18K, GG to Blizzard, and excited for the series tomorrow. So thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's 5 p.m. Western time. What's this? 7 p.m. Mountain time, I think. I can't do Korean time. I have no idea what the Korean is.
I have no idea.
So I'm gonna stop there. Those are all the time zones I know. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Gonna be Lane Zero Inferno. Wow, rubbing salt in the wound there. Lane Zero Inferno versus Akuma Blades. We'll see you then.